Mic test, mic test. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Buddy Bison stream. I hope we're all having a wonderful day today, because I most certainly am, because we are back with some more Trails Beyond the Horizon. How's it going, Wolfslash? Thanks for dropping by. So I have not played any more since the last stream. I thought I might, but decided not to, mostly because I just didn't feel like it. With this being the only game that I play on stream, I am finding myself, like, I like Trails, don't get me wrong about that. And I like this game, Once again, don't get me wrong about that. But because it's the only game I'm streaming, I'm like, well, I'm going to be playing it usually tomorrow when I say, like, if it's on one of my free days, it's like, oh, well, I'm just playing it tomorrow. So, you know, I don't need to play it today. So I haven't finished the last garden quest. Yes, I have not finished the last, forest PG for the garden. That's correct. I'm surprised that there was no second domain bounty, honestly, but whatever. Unless that, like, maybe I just missed it or something? Not 100% sure. But I should probably go do that, huh? Unless that is a thing that you just can't fail. What's going on here? Cheeky little girl, I slip away for one moment and she swipes my spot! Don't know love, she just hugged the tiny body of mine. She's playing music? Kinda amateur, really. What's with the schmaltzy lyrics? Puts a chill down your spine. No one understands me, I'm alone, but with but one single wish. Doing fine things to my chest, it is. Enough already, best to give this missy a reality check with a swift kick to the curb. Well, Stick in the Mud's actually digging this. Who could have guessed she'd hit all the right notes? Still, don't you think we should step in? How much can one lonely wimp of a geezer do? Besides, the song's got him too choked up to make a move anyway. 2 after he starts, no idea how long he had. Okay, so maybe... See, I would have just thought that all the Garten quests are time immune until, like, you're locked out of the Garten permanently for the remainder of the game. Hey, goddess, grant this wish of mine, this small unfulfilled wish of mine. Your voice has such a clear tone, the kind that hits you deep inside. Yeah, sounds like an original song too. And their guitar work ain't half bad either. Could work on projecting a little, but still, this girl might be future superstar material. This kitten gets it. Mew mew. Mew mew. Are you from Tokyo? Because Tokyo Mew Mew, ha, get it? Okay, so let's quickly go to the Garten. Use the Derma, because I have no idea if we need to, but it's only 200 Mira, so it does not, it's effectively free. Right, like, there's no reason to spend more workshop points to, like, discount the Therma to 0, because 200 is about equivalent, I think. Like, it's effectively 0. You aren't really locked out, it's just not main story. I mean, you can't progress as fast as you want. Okay, so let's go conquer it, and they said 3rd domain. So 3rd domain, well, shit, you got one of these here now, so that changes stuff, but it doesn't really change anything. I'm just gonna go right to the boss. Okay, cool. So you are... Oh, hello there. There's gonna be 2 of you. That doesn't seem very nice to me. Oh wait, can I just... Party, here we go. Why are you... What is with this order? Oh wait, that was just because it happened. Happenstance party resulted in that. Okay. So I have no idea what they're weak to. Which JRPG can just leave optional content. That is true. If you play JRPGs, what the fuck you mean you ain't doing all the side quests? Unless it's, like, obnoxious. Kind of like Bot Kaitos's. Fearsome foes prowling around.
Take care. That's above an A-level threat.
Burn out sphere. Immediately froze Rosette, because of fucking course. Okay, go Grimcat. And then what we're gonna do... So I could either boost the A damage, or I could make it go quicker. I'm kind of more tempted to have shit go faster. But, you know what, regardless of what I'm tempted to do, I'm just gonna do more damage. So, F it. Okay. Fortunately, you guys aren't weak to anything, so I guess that makes it a little bit easier. I can just use the things that I want. And then do that. You're... Okay, cool, good. Wasn't sure, and she's frozen, so maybe it wasn't gonna happen, but...
Don't get too comfortable.
Okay, and then we have Mind Spirit Unification.
Come on.
And... let's pop
Pressure him and move it.
this. Here, 6 full gales first, good. Just get the hit count up a little bit, right? Bear the Nightmare.
Time for a new look.
Okay.
We'll take that.
And then we'll do a double.
Activate.
And so this will
Suggest we strike now.
hit both of them. Hit both of them. Fuck it, we'll do that one. And do that one. Magic damage, good. 8 up, good. And do that. Gets up to 2 times damage bonus for this. And then... we're going to S-Craft with
My strength is
green.
yours.
104.83. Yeah, let's
Suggest we strike now.
do... let's just focus on... actually, that one's blind. ATS, but its defense is also down. So, yeah, let's go for that one. And then I'll also Grimcat Rouge for the boost again. Because the chain bonus is important. There we go. Okay, the one on the right should be down, so we don't have to worry about it. You're covering, that's fine. Then it'll be Rosette's turn.
I won't miss
And we
this
get
chance.
boosts, so that's great. Do Cobalt Current again, so neither of the freezes procced, which is great. Okay, and then we are going to do damage down, Howling Roar, and then we want to get up some more CP, so hit him with that, and with that, punch, punch, good.
Here to help.
Okay, and you're blitzing. No, let's Zoc.
Suggest we strike now.
Hit him with this. Boom. Stunned. Hell yeah. F it, you're stunned, so let's do an S-Craft on you. Okay. And then do this for an EX chain. Them. Good. No problemo. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Didn't even need to swap anyone in.
I can do
Alter
even better.
Cecilia.
Well done, everyone.
That seems good. Crit damage core is really OP on Van since his Grendel he can attack 4 times. See, I have the crit one on Reen right now. But yeah, I could imagine there seem to be a lot of good damn builds.
No hard feeling.
Like a lot of broken shit. I want to check a thing. You are away get Mare. I think I have Mare Chaos, don't I? I thought I already had. Yeah, I have Mare Chaos. So, yeah, I get. Yeah, because you have. Yeah, when you're Grendel, obviously you're gonna do at least one boost, which means you're gonna get from 55 plus. You're gonna get 30 plus 55, which is what 85. 85% chance crit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You sold me on it. You sold me on it. Also, I have Smog on him, which is one that you gaining more CP would probably be better on Van. But I'm also slightly building for Evade, but maybe I don't need to do that with Van in this game. Maybe Van can just be big CP, man. Although I do like using... Well, also, it would require Reen getting hit, which I don't care. I don't want that. Easy peasy, I guess.
That is a single element slot.
Yeah. Shield Breaker Barrage. See, he has Burst Gain
Make the
on right
adjustments today.
now, which I like him getting. It's only a little bit. It doesn't. It's only 8 CP. It's not even 8%. It's not that big a deal, huh? Where is it? Increase crit damage. Yeah, so Kusanagi. So I can take Kusanagi off him. And his accuracy is already high, so I'll just
Skill set
put
adjusted.
that on him.
Shifting
And
to
then
maintenance
instead
mode.
of evade 1, I'll give him, or, you know, F it. Instead of rot, because I don't care about rot, it's not an important one, frankly. I'll give him Kusanagi. Right,
Skills updated. Better
so
check
that's
them
fine.
out.
And then I could probably craft a strike 3 for him. Or a better hit one as well. And, you know, if I'm changing how I'm operating with Van from evade to crit, then I want to... Yeah. See, I like having Blade Crest on him. But now... See, I'm trying to build both of them at the same time, which is the issue. Well, doesn't regular who has this? Agnes has Macho Belt. Turn CP plus 15. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Regular Blade Crest is already pretty damn good. It just doesn't have the CP plus. Oh wait, I have 2 Blade Crests. So what I can potentially do is
Just
what
tell
I can
me whatever
potentially
you need.
do.
Come back
Nope,
anytime.
wrong. Nope. We're gonna do this because maybe I get lucky.
That went well.
No, I did not get lucky. Fuck. I was hoping I would get a Blade Crest and not a shield one. Or staff. Fuck. Oh well. That's fine. That's fine. Wouldn't be better in the armor row for Revenging Arrow.
Modifying your orbment, are you?
But I already have Revenging Arrow in it, which is why. Is there any space ones that I could also get if I put it in there? It would just resist Mew, which isn't too big a deal. Whereas it being here gets me Gale Impact. Is there any Executioner? Honestly, if I get 3 Mind, that wouldn't be too bad. Because Burst Gain isn't too big of a deal, I think. And Chrono Impact 2. Time damage to attacks. Well, that could be fine. But... the fire is just extra from Bandersnatch. It's not really a big deal. Is there any... Impede 1 wouldn't be terrible, but it's not enough. I need Fear 3. Or, you know, I'll just take an Impede 2 from Jin because he's not fucking seeing the light of day. I don't give a shit. So there, now he has Executioner, which hitting a stunned enemy or stunning a foe, that's pretty good. Okay, so...
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Accuracy, crit evade, strength 12. So what we'll do is we'll come over here and you'll get the Blade Crest plus. And actually, maybe what I do is I just give him the other Blade Crest. It's only a net. It's only increasing it by, I think, a net 3 compared to what I have. But I don't think I have anything that would increase crit more than that. Yeah, because this is giving 7 along with other stuff. Although that other stuff, I guess I don't want him to have. So it might just be better to do this. Because if he has less evade and A evade, then that means he's more likely to take a hit. If he's more likely to take a hit, then that means that he will be fine. Yeah, we're gonna give him the other regular blade crest because we want his accuracy up. That's the nice part about that one. Okay. So now with that
Shift into maintenance
established,
mode.
he doesn't need evade, but if I can get another strike, you know, here, go here. Oh, I was hoping
You
it
can
would.
count on me for some. You can do all sorts. Get you prepared.
Workshop,
You can't go wrong with any.
customize. No, that's those by. No, am I in the wrong area? Probably.
Much appreciate. Here's our
And
selection.
trade.
Much
Oh,
appreciate. Here's our
right
selection.
equipment. Wait, where's the?
Here's our selection.
Oh wait,
Much
I'm an
appreciate.
idiot.
Here's our
Orbit shop.
selection.
Duh. Duh. Okay. Wind. Oh, okay. I don't have the ability to make strike 3s yet. Okay, so that must be next chapter, next act. Okay.
Thanks. Good luck on your adventure.
Okay. But as it currently
Leave the adjustments to me.
stands, I think we're still pretty good. Got Power Charger 2. Got all the stuff I want, really. On him. Would I rather have evade or...
Leave the adjustments to me.
I might be moving... Smog over to him.
Are you?
That might be a thing that I do. Well, he doesn't need hit anymore. Oh, hit does give crit rate. But not too much. Goldie gem is on Judith for the EP costs. Okay, so... But the main thing a hit is the accuracy, which he doesn't need anymore. So, if he doesn't need that anymore, what I can do is I can get Smo, or Smog, and then he gets CP when he gets hit, which he puts hate up. So that means he'll get it more frequently than not. So power charge. Power charge is fire, wind. What's smog? It's fire, water. Okay, so water wouldn't really, I think, help him any. Fire. Whatever. We'll just put it on. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you got Mindbreaker Barrage. Fire, water, is there any that would benefit from you? Probably not. Oh, but wasn't it, last stream, someone said it's really good to get, I think someone said Impassion Guard. Oh, okay, this seems really good on everyone. On any physical attacker. Defending may be sturdier and restore 30 CP. And this is low chance of Impassion Guard after attacking, so you don't even need to guard. Okay, but let's try to... And that's defense line?
Leave the adjustments to me.
Okay, so what do I need to get for that? Okay, wind and fire. You already have the fire for this line. Because of this thing... actually, you need 2 more.
That is a single element slot.
So 2 more fire, and then you need... oh no, you have the fire because of the thing. You need wind. Okay, so you need wind here. Scent. You know what? That's fine.
Skill set adjusted.
And you need wind. So how about I take... how about I remove... I'll remove impede 1. And then put impede 1
Skill
here.
set
And
adjusted.
then evade 2. I'll take off of Jin. Just
Skill
fuck
set
it,
adjusted.
whatever. And then, so he has that. Just need 2 more wind for that one. And I can just take seal off here. And replace it with impede 2. Okay. Seal. Oh, is seal only... Is seal only for attack line? Weapon and extra only. Yeah, okay. Okay, seal isn't the biggest deal, I guess. But I can, at the very least, just put impede 2 here, because I'm
That is a
replacing it with
single
something.
element slot.
We'll do, I guess, attack 1 for now. So you need 2 more wind, which I can just get from evade 1 or strike 2.
A new skill
There we
to
go.
utilize.
Okay, but now on defending might be better and restore 30 CP, which will be good after I just unload CP with him. Doesn't have anything there, but he has power charger. That's after fights, along with quick start. Yeah, been focused on building Van a bit more in terms of like Van's focus has been less on the shard skills and more on the things that just affect his combat, whereas Reen is more on the shard skills. Because I want to keep Van high CP, so smog, but relatively low evasion. So I might actually replace this evade 1 with just something else. Does this wind give him anything? I don't think so. So let's replace this with, I mean, I guess the hit 1's fine here. Does hit 2? Jin? Okay. We're going to actually do hit 2 from Jin here, because then that's 55. Hollow core. So he has base 55 plus another 55, so he's at 100. He's over 100, so I don't need this. So because I don't need that, I'm going to replace it with something like action. So I could actually... You know, I'm fine with having over 50% crit, because I think that just makes sense. Because now even if I'm not boosted, I'm still going to be critting. Firestorm. Isn't there a better version of Firestorm? Inferno. Preemptive shard attack damage. I'll leave that one on him. I'll leave not everything has to go to Van right now. Okay, more defense. Yeah, I guess defense probably would behoove me, huh? Given them going hard into just taking damage. Now, the question is, do I want to get rid of speed for it, or do I want to go for... Because the thing is, even strike 1 is 6%. So if I remove that and replace it with that, it would put me down to 45. So then boosted, I would be at exactly 100. That's not terrible. And I'd still be faster. So, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Because I'm at exactly 45. I boost once and I am critting. That is good to know.
Leave the adjustments to me.
And then we got Alter Cecilia. Cast time and magic damage. Fuck yeah. That's my favorite one. I don't know... Did someone tell me that Alter Edna was Judith's, like, meta best one? I feel like someone told me that. And I'm going to go against it because I like it more when... I had a question now I forgot. Well, gonna have to try and remember, Sleeper, but I hope you're doing well. Because I can see Alter Edna for the EP cost. But I feel like I much more prefer higher damage and faster cast time, right? If that makes sense. Like I think that is more preferable. But maybe what I'll do right now, we're taking a loan with whatever your tax-free savings account as collateral be. People go even if the rate's good. We're taking a loan with your tax-free savings account as collateral, even if the rates. So it doesn't sound as bad as it just may sound. Nah, the PPGO is making my is confusing me. And also tax-free savings account. I don't know. Like the only things I can think of being tax-free. Because like there's, I know you guys don't have. Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with that because like the closest you get to tax-free is usually in, I think it's like 401ks where I can't remember if it's Roth 401ks or regular ones, but I think it's regular ones where you pay the tax as the money goes in. That way, when you get the money later, when you're drawing from it, that doesn't get taxed. Versus the other one is you don't pay taxes as it's going in, but you do pay taxes as it's coming out. But an account where your gains are tax-free. That sounds nice. So we're taking a loan with whatever your tax-free savings account is collateral be, even if the rate's good. Things may be offering a 30% of that account at prime plus 0, but that account is collateral. Of 30 of that account's value at prime plus 0. So I guess you can't pay. They just yoink what you owe from that account, I imagine. I mean, I would say that one is a bit more dependent on, like, I'm not sure what prime is. Unless you're using American Prime, like Wall Street Journal Prime. I don't know if that's what your guys using. I think it's 4.45 right now. That's not terrible, right? It's also dependent on what do you want or need the loan for. Right, I think that affects it a bit. Maybe healing art range ATS. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change hers from AIM to Alter Cecilia just to get experience on it because I don't use her as much. Like I don't use her as much, but I still want the XP on the core. That way, if I do decide to swap it over to her, it'll work out fine. And the main reason why I don't want to necessarily swap it out now is because she has 1280 EP, and reducing the cost of the casts and having some EP regen is nice. Maybe I'll swap it and change it, but just, I feel like just to have in case I need a lump sum on it. Well, the thing is, you probably shouldn't be taking loans just in case. That's usually when, like, in my brain, I always think if I ever need a decent amount of money, it's like, okay, I have a credit card, and then within a month, I should be able to get a small loan and pay it off like that for the EP regen my cast, so I don't need to waste a turn to restore. But that's the thing where with the orders now, right? With the orders, there are certain orders that have a passive of AP regen or EP regen. So you can use those to kind of get it back, and it's a percentage of your total. So if you have a high total like Judith does, or if you get through the battle fast enough, I think it's more like it's easier to get money from that loan than to withdraw from that savings account, because I can always withdraw after the fact of pay. Shark skills can't provide DCP. True, also true. And how's it go, Ninja? We'll keep it as it is now. because I've been going. Spent more time doing all that shenaniganry than like doing all my court stuff than I did actually
You can
fighting
count on me for
the
support.
boss. We all know we only use Swiss power orders. I mean, it depends. When Judith's there, go Grimcatting, like, using the magic one isn't terrible. Because it's just boosting her additional magic. But, okay. I think we did everything. I don't think there's anything else to do.
Let's
just
this.
do a quick look-see poodle around. Okay, anything I missed? I don't believe so.
Let's roll, gang.
Let's roll, gang. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Center
Then
marche.
let's head over.
Boom, 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 ba-da-dum. Okay. Don't see anything. Yeah. There's the Grand
Let's roll,
Circuit.
gang.
Going to go vroom vroom around the circle. Well, actually, they have it right. Their races don't seem to just be giant circles or ovals. They actually seem to have like some turns and other stuff going on from all the cutscenes that we've seen.
Let's do this.
Okay, and yeah, so this is where we came from. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's finish tonight's patrol and move on with the story. Finishing your patrol will advance the main story. Unfinished quests, connection events, and other sub-events will disappear in the night patrol.
Alrighty, that'll do it for tonight.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Thanks for keeping me company through the night shift here. I'll take you back to Aubert.
Hey, sorry if it's kind of selfish, but can I make one more request?
Sure. Just got posted to the 4SBG board like everyone else. I wonder if the entire continent of Zemuria agrees that they should have the driver's side be the right side of the vehicle, or if there is just one weird backwards country that has an American style with the driver's side on the left, just randomly. Everyone's sweepy. Ugh. Ordine Crow. Crow and Ordine. Aw, you may be a good helper. The Ordine Crow must be a fucking reference, right? Like, it has to be. Yeah, like, hey, remember? Remember this character that's in this game? And a robot that isn't?
Before we leave tomorrow, I just really want to see the view from the rooftop.
At least put Yums in her bed. Nah, she don't need it.
Was wondering what it could be when you said you had a selfish request, but that's it?
It's fine. Yume's a small child. They've got very malleable spines. They don't need to worry about having back pain from poor sleeping posture.
Well, if you're driving me home, it's a bit out of the way. Though, that's kind of a good thing, actually.
More time.
It's no biggie. No need to worry about that.
Thanks. I appreciate it. But before that, you weren't able to patrol Old Town earlier because you came and picked me up. Am I right? The least I can do to thank you is help you finish things up here.
Well, seems like you're really set on coming along. Not gonna budge on this, I take it?
That's right. After all, I'm your #1 assistant.
Alright then. Let's go do a perimeter check.
Meanwhile, Rosette's in there going, Mr. Arkride! What the fuck?
I hope Yorda's doing okay. She'll need plenty of rest after everything she went through.
Doubt there's anything to worry about. Humes and Paulette are looking after her.
Well,
Longmire
Humes and
should be
Paulette.
closing up, but you can probably drop by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, what's going on? Isn't that Paulette? Looks like she's talking to someone. Is that so? So you lost. I'm useless. Even after I went and promised my father-in-law what I'd do when I won the race. Father-in-law? You ain't married! When it came down to it, I just... You know, my dad was actually listening to the race on the radio the whole time. How pathetic. After making such a big show of things, he still loses, he said. But what's important is that he cares about her enough to bear the shame and keep showing up. He said that? What are they talking about? Who knows? Best leave him alone. Let's move over there. No. Paula appears to be on the phone with someone. Let's not bother. Damn. I wanted to listen in. Yeah, well, we got other spicy things to talk. You know, how you guys doing? Out of curiosity, Luke, do you remember the promise I made you way back when? If you don't have a girlfriend by age 30, I'll fill the spot. That one? Word for word, even. Yeah, though I'm not 30 yet. Right. Don't tell me she thought that was smooth. Did you hear him so what about her about it? Did you hear him so what her about it? Oh dear, it's almost frustrating to say. Luke! God damn it, Luke! God damn it, Guinea! It's only 5 years away now, huh? Me being 30. Yep, sure is. Oh god. Yeah, I wish I could say being 30 was still 5 years away. But nope. It's this upcoming year. I'm 29. Yay! You got so lost in conversation that the hours just flew right by. Thank you for walking me over, Eddie. I'll be fine now that Rumsfeld is here. I swear, my old lady was having the time of her life yapping our ears off. Sorry, probably wiped out after today, huh? Get home and rest up, Rosalia. At least you got a backup plan. Yeah, suddenly I'm puzzled how the human race hasn't gone extinct. Of course. Wait, what happened to Bursey? Oh, the young Mrs. Reaction speaks volumes. Well, I'm sure she'll be all right. With that, we take our leave. Do mind the time on your future outings, Eddie. Sure, you can hold me to that. Thanks a bunch, Rumsfeld. We dropped down on my old lady after a little wrap-up dinner, and the time just slipped by. Wound up putting Rumsfeld out because of it, but that's just another lesson for me to learn from. Gotta set today's screw-up straight and bring the same heat tomorrow. That Eddie. So be it. I still had a great deal of fun helping out with the store today. It was very educational, too. I wonder if he'd mind me doing the same tomorrow. Miss Rosalia has truly grown into her own. Eddie notified me ahead of time, so I'll excuse the late hour this once. Moreover, this would appear to coincide perfectly with the President's return home. Though it won't be for long, we may be able to arrange for a private father-daughter conversation. Okay.
Let's see what we got.
Wilbur Strom with notes and requests. Are there any requests or information of note? No, it doesn't look like it. Damn, look at you. Trying to beat me to the punch, reading off the requests. What can I say? As your #1 assistant, I like to stay on top of things. Wait, hold on. There's something else here. It's a note that has SPG written on it. A piece of paper with the message, "Thanks, SPG," is attached to the bulletin board. Huh. Probably just a little token of appreciation from a former client. I get this kind of thing from time to time. It's a nice gesture, but all I really care about is whether their check's clear. You say that, but I have a sneaking suspicion you're happy to see messages like this deep down. That little grin on your face makes that plain as day. I mean, sure, I get some satisfaction from it, but... Become awfully comfortable speaking your mind around me, haven't you? Anyway, I think we can do one quick round to Old Town. Want to go to the rooftop and take in the view after that? Yes, afterward is totally fine by me. That might be the perfect time. Okay, so she's trying to time something. Like, somehow. How's it going, Sheena? What I want to do. My dreams for the future. No, this is all wrong. Perfect time to get a bath. Sure, Harry wanting me to join the army just so he can be an astronaut makes me wanting to join the army just so he can be an astronaut makes me nervous. But that doesn't mean I have to follow after him. Wait, what am I saying? As if I ever even would. Still an idiot like him in the military? He'll trip right into a killed in action list for sure. Why's he always got to worry me like this? That big stupid dummy. How's it going, everybody? And that's our plan for this weekend school trip. We'll be going around as a group, so no wandering off on your own. Follow the leader, then. Roger that. You know, you've really changed since you started helping the student council out. You were way more self-centered before. Okay, guilty as charged, but you're the last person I want to hear that from. Sorry, so late. Are you sure you don't need us to walk you home? I'll be fine. The bus takes me straight by my house. We'll just bring you to the bus stop then. Okay.
The bathhouse is about to close. Want to make use of this golden opportunity?
I guess I wouldn't mind. It's up to you.
Golden opportunity. Hello. So about that homework you gave me, Huck. I've been thinking about it for a while now, and I finally came up with an answer. Do you want to hear it? Go right ahead. You referred to my open question of how to make the most of one's talents, I assume? Yeah, I was mulling it over, till eventually it hit me. That mural looks just as cool as the first time I saw it. Sarah must have talent coming out of her ears, the way she slapped it down like it was nothing. But till she came here to Old Town, none of that talent ever got to see the light of day. A regrettable fact, yes. The easy thing to blame would be her environment, but I feel like the causes go deeper than that. Sarah's always had what it takes to become an artist, but she never actually pursued it. And I'm pretty sure that's because she didn't have any faith in her own abilities. I see. One must have faith in their own abilities. That's your answer to my assignment, then. Well, the best I can come up with for now, at least. Which brings me to my question for you, the man who helped get Kisara her scholarship. It's on the crazy side, but you wouldn't have gone this far out of your way if you weren't willing to humor me a little, right? Oh, you got me there. I'll lend you my ears at the very least. Asking favors from old Huck, eh? I see where this is going. Girl's wise beyond her years and twice as cheeky. It really makes you want to cheer her on. You
Stepping inside?
pass her 500 mirror. I think
This is perfect.
it's perfect.
This might be a little too toasty.
It's a sauna, what do you mean?
Oh,
Sorry, a loyally.
Get warmed up enough?
Hey, Van. Hey, Agnes. You won't believe how much has been going on with me. Long story short, I've decided to put a little more faith in my dreams. Not too sure I can make them come true just yet, though. Nothing to do but soldier on, then. Use every tool you can get your hands on, yeah? Half-ass swing's different coming from you, Van. Well, we'll be cheering you on, so best of luck. Okay. Let's go. Finally, will we get out of Act 2? What's going on? Dad's back! Who's that lady he's with? Is this why he's been coming home so late? Dad, no, wait, I gotta have his back on this. He's probably been feeling lonely ever since Mom left. Kinda wanna know what this lady's deal is, though. Maybe I'll dig a little deeper? I wonder why Dad was coming home so late. He has been pretty alone ever since he and Mom got divorced. As long as she's not some weirdo, it's a thumbs up from me. I'm too old to throw a baby fit about it. A baby fit. I've never heard it called that. It's always been like a hissy fit. Hawker. Thanks for today, Mr. Hawker. I'm not sure what I would have done if you hadn't bailed me out. Don't be silly. It's times like these when we have to lean out on each other. I mean, multiple car thefts in the capital at once. Not to mention all that database trouble. Verifying those insurance contracts by hand was absolutely brutal. Though for the record, your paperwork was rife with mistakes. You need to pay closer attention, or this could happen all over again. It was the closest to a near-death experience I've ever had. Sorry for letting my ego get the best of me, and for talking smack behind your back, too. Sure. Wait, doing what behind my back? I hope one of my old subordinates with her sudden work trouble in my thanks. A dagger to the heart. So, I'm glad I got it all sorted out. Now, I should be able to get some well-earned rest over the weekend. As long as no more database issues crop up, that is. Please, for the love of Adios. Anyway, I ought to head home for the day. Harry's waiting for me. Nah, Harry's ready to play wingman for you, bro. My ego really got the best of me today. I'd only ever seen Hawker as some gullible, slow-on-the-uptake dolt. But he's actually crazy good at his job, And now I owe him for saving mine. Damn. That's... That's harsh. We know Hawker has always been a family man. A family guy, if you would. Oh, is the money cutscene? Nah. It's beautiful. Look at all them stars that could be fake. Hmm? Oh. I thought Aaron was good. I thought they were gonna peek. Thought they're gonna be like, I thought it was gonna be one of those classic, important thing gets mixed up because Van can sense them behind the door, and then they fall out all on top of each other.
Huh. Figured we'd have to wait till after we got back to get a good view here. But would you look at that? Not a single cloud in the sky. Hard to believe we're still in Edith, seeing this many stars out.
It really is something, huh?
It is actually very unlikely, given the amount of, given how modernized this city is. You have to imagine it would be presumably as bright as, modern Paris, right? If not brighter, with all the orbital lights and all that stuff. They shouldn't be able to see much stars, given all the light pollution.
And the moon. There it is. Looks pretty big. I imagine it'll be full in maybe 2 days or so.
Oh god, a full moon on the day of the launch?
Yep, it's gonna line up perfectly with the rocket launch. Oh, hey, check it out. Air's so clear tonight, you can see the tower glowing away over there.
Huh?
Maybe because it's a fake sky. Maybe. Also possible.
Place symbolizes your family's bond. I remember that right? We went and hopped on the Ferris wheel earlier, but maybe we should have gone up there instead.
Don't worry about it. I know that everywhere you took me to tonight was somewhere you knew would make me happy. After all, that's just your way of doing things, Van.
And that's why we took her to the Cabaret Club.
Man, you really are getting harder and harder to tease.
That's all thanks to you and everyone else teaching me so much. I've said it plenty of times before, but it bears repeating. For helping me search for the Genesees, letting me work as your part-time assistant, and now, for letting me join you tonight and indulging my selfish request. I'm really, truly grateful. It was a lovely present. I'm so happy I got to spend such a magical evening together with you. And so, I'll say it again and again. Thank you for everything, Van.
You've got a lot left to learn if you're letting your employer trick you into pulling the night shift for no pay. Plus, if you go around talking about how magical things were on a first date, you're gonna end up looking like an easy target. Though, I guess a bit of heartache while you're young is valuable life experience, so...
Then please, let me gain some life experience.
Huh?
When we first met, my impression of you was, wow, he is so rude. And, well, you treated me like some clueless student who had absolutely no business even talking to you. You got the looks of a grown woman. I still can't believe you said that.
You got it. Though I think anybody who lives in Edith would recognize it.
Daybreak one Van
The
out of
first year
pocket.
part's just my gut. You sure got the looks of a grown woman, but the way you carry yourself says it all.
I beg your pardon? But before long, I realized it was all just an act to keep a girl like me away from the shadowy world you worked in. Having traveled with you all this time, I know you can be a bit sneaky.
A bit?
But I also know that, in your own unique way, you do everything you can to be there for everyone you meet. I think that was probably what sparked it. Eventually, I couldn't take my eyes off you anymore.
Anya,
I'm in love with you, Van. I won't even be 17 for a couple days. I'm still a student, and I'm sure I'm just a child in your eyes. And beyond all that, I don't think I'm even close to being your equal. Even so, I decided since I was already being selfish, I may as well tell you my feelings too. I love you, Van. I truly love you.
Okay, we don't get this much in Trails.
my instinct's to crack a joke when things get heavy. But I can't really do that this time around, huh? You shine so bright, you damn near blind me. No matter how I look at you, I can't see you as a kid. And I'm not talking about your figure this time.
What was that?
Lol.
Sorry. Guess I'm just a little bit flustered myself. It okay if I just be honest with you here?
Of course. Don't hold back.
See, the thing is, you're real special to me, too. After all that crap happened when I was a kid, I felt like I couldn't fit in and ended up just running away from it all. Despite everyone who'd helped me, I just got it in my head that life was something to be lived alone. But then you showed up and barged your way into my world, Agnes. My very first assistant. And somewhere along the way, you opened the door for so many new people to enter my life too. I think it's also thanks to you that I was able to reconnect with Elaine and Renee and rebuild those relationships.
Oh,
Hold on, let me finish. And then, after all the pandemonium stuff, you led the charge to slap the sense back into me. At the end of last year, I was sure everyone would leave me be and go their separate ways, but you went and beat me over the head till I realized otherwise.
sorry about that. It was a little underhanded of me.
Damn right it was. But, well, what I'm getting at here is, for someone who's so special to me, to have such strong feelings for me, it makes me happy, stunned, scared, fulfilled, and, to be frank, a little embarrassed, all at once. But, I'm sorry, Agnes. I can't return those feelings of yours.
Just one thing. It's not because you already have Elaine, right?
Can't say she's got nothing to do with it. And if I'm being honest, there are times when I'm just not sure how I should interact with her. She's someone I've hurt deeply in the past, and I don't know if I can ever make up for that. Because despite everything, the root cause of the problem still hasn't been fixed. But either way, fact is that Elaine's not the reason I gave you the answer I did. Honestly, there are a ton of reasons I could give you. Like you still being in school, or me being your boss. But I just can't see you as a romantic partner. That's the only real answer I can give you right now.
Thank you very much for not dodging the question and for giving me a proper answer. I'm glad I took this step. It was worth it.
Good to hear.
I'm not saying stuff because it's a really good scene.
Damn it, Van! You should have just dropped your cool stoic act and made your move on me ages ago. Then you could also date Elaine at the same time without saying anything and just be a two-timing scumbag.
The hell are you talking about?
I'd rather you be a
While you're at
scumbag.
it, you could throw in Reset, Judith, Ren, and let's say Sara, too. Then, by the time you make a move on Shizuna, the rest of us could find out and all strangle you together.
Damn.
Hey, what kind of guy you think I am?
I wish you were a worse person.
Seriously, Van. If it's at all possible, I'd really like to see you take a step forward of your own.
Huh?
Putting me aside for a second, well, you haven't taken that first step with anyone yet, have you? If you did end up dating someone, well, I'd probably cry my eyes out for 2.5 days.
That's pretty specific.
But after that, I think I could accept it and be happy for you. So it would all balance out in the end.
2.5.
But if you keep being indecisive, a certain stubborn girl might just come after you again. I won't say who that girl may be exactly, but apparently it took her mom 12 whole years to win over her dad. Oh hey, come to think of it, after tomorrow we'll be 8 years apart, just like the two of them.
Hey, don't make such a detailed and realistic threat like that.
This is a really good scene. This is a really good scene. And I greatly enjoyed that. That was a fantastic scene. Like Ben,
I'll be by
like-
your dorm at 8 tomorrow to pick you up. Don't you or Ren oversleep. You got that?
like to have the, I don't want to say wherewithal. I feel like that's not right. But to have a scene where I think so many other games or anime or manga or other media would have said, you know what, fuck it, yeah, they get together. And instead go, no, that is not where one of the characters is at right now, at the very least. Right? Van isn't there. And you, the player, know this from all of his relationships that he currently has and the way he acts. Like, he's not ready to have a relationship like that. Nor has he ever, with Anya specifically, as he said, he doesn't see her as a romantic partner. Nor has it ever really given the implication that he did, right? It has been pretty damn clear. He has always looked at the assistants younger than him in Arc Ride Solutions as younger siblings, if not his own children, right? And him being able to just full stop say, hey, to both you, Agnes, and the player who maybe they didn't pick up all the clues, I, as an individual, just do not see the character that confessed as a romantic partner, as a potential romantic partner. I think that very straightforward, unambiguous kind of rejection is refreshing in its own right. Because so often in rejections in media, it will be a either interruption from outside parties, or it will be a incomplete or half-assed rejection because it's like a up in the air, you gotta keep them guessing. So having this where it goes, no, I'm just not interested in you that way, but I am very much honored that you feel this way about me. I think that is really good. And similarly, it makes me like, that scene make me like both characters more because they're just upfront with their feelings and aren't trying to evade each other with them. It's a portion of why I liked Musei so much when she was introduced in CS3, because I know a lot of people didn't like her, but I really enjoyed her for just being upfront with her emotions, being like, "Yo, look at Reen, he's hot. I'm down for that." Where everyone else is playing the uwu anime romance, like blush, like implied whatever. It's like, nah, dude, straightforward. It's refreshing. It's good. It's better than what we get. Most SNK ships are fighting Misha, Rio, and King's comical, and that Rio's father and his sister fight hard for that ship than the two in question because Rio loves the martial arts more than dating. Dude, I mean, you know, some martial arts just gets your blood pumping more than, you know, a hot girl ever could. Especially fighting game martial arts where you can just fucking fire off like Hadokens, right? Like that. If someone told me, "Hey, would you rather fire off a Hadoken or go on a date?" I'd be like, "Bro, like 9 out of 10 times I'm probably gonna say Hadoken." But yeah. So that was a really good scene. And I think it was also benefited by, it wasn't like one of the high money cutscenes. It was just normal cutscene. It was like, if this is like base level and there's one up and then it's big money cutscene, it was one of the mid ones where like you're not progressing the text, the game is, right? And I think that was smart to have it be that level versus big money, because there was a lot less going on. It was less distracting, which made it a lot easier to feel the emotions that they were going for, and the simple cinematography of it was beneficial. Really choose to Dragon of the Darkness Flame over day. But yeah, that was really good. And also, I'm surprised that was an Act 2 thing, because that's usually something that I would expect at the end of a game. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break, and then we will be right back. And we're back. Okay. So.
I'll be by your dorm at 8 tomorrow to pick you up. Don't you or Ren oversleep. You got that?
Got it. I'm sure she's still awake, so I'll let her know once I get back. I'm sure she'll be very interested to know how things turned out tonight.
Oh, my soul.
I hope you can get a good night's sleep yourself, Van. And if anything changes with Yorda, please let me know. Well then.
Yeah.
Van?
Nah. It's nothing.
It's nothing.
See you bright and early tomorrow. Stay safe on your way home.
I will. Good night, Van.
The train bound for the Aubert district will soon be arriving at platform 2.
You can say, you can tell she's sad.
Even though it's this late, you're not giving her a ride home yourself?
Some stuff happened. Even I'm not so insensitive that I'd put her through that. You on your way back from dropping Judith off?
Yes, that's right.
Oh. Immediately getting together with another woman,
I didn't get
Van?
a chance to tell you so earlier, but that dress rehearsal of yours was incredible. Just like Miss Dancer said, I can only imagine how breathtaking it'll be to see the whole thing start to finish.
Thank you for saying so. I'm pretty confident in my performance this time around. It doesn't really change the fact that I'm cheating as an actress, but I decided to take your advice and not worry about it.
Glad to hear it. If I'm remembering right, it's got something to do with your eyes, yeah?
Gosh, okay.
You're as sharp as ever. At the moment, I've lent one of them out, but these eyes let me gaze through past, present, and future. To some extent.
So you can so that's why Kevin can do that. But they could just lend out, she could just lend out her
For
eyes.
example, they can resonate with the memory of a location or a person's past and draw it out, allowing the experience to be relived.
She just has fucking
The false
glasses.
eyes of truth.
Something.
The Akashic eyes. That's the name Her Holiness bestowed upon them.
Orestes II, huh? Way I hear it, she's still full of pep, despite being well into her 80s.
Yes, she's one of my benefactors, and also my foster parent. When it comes to my eyes, though, there's someone else I'm indebted to. That other benefactor I mentioned yesterday.
Okay.
That's so. I can guess who that might have been. And also who she loaned her other eye out to.
Okay, so I don't know who the other benefactor is, unless it's one of the upper church people outside. Like, unless it's, oh god, what's her name? Not Reese, but the lady that the girl that we haven't seen like personally in game yet, have we? The one that trained Kevin, I forget. I guess not trained Kevin, but one that not the head of the girl shredder. I can't quite remember her name right now. Maybe her?
So, this an official warning then? Or just some friendly advice?
I'm not telling you this on the church's orders. Even my eye can't see what exactly is going on over in Inkerville, and neither the Grossritter nor Iscariot are able to divert any manpower to investigate the area.
Which seems wild.
I just wanted to tell you to be careful. Your foes are hollow, but even so, they're strong. Also, figuring out why they call themselves vestiges will probably be the biggest clue to understanding who they really are.
Got it. Thanks for the heads up. I'm sure you've got a lot of stuff going on over on your end of things, but try not to overdo it. You got me? Wouldn't want to see any of my assistants crying their eyes out.
I agree. That's not something I want either, though I'm afraid that might be a bit tough to avoid. Good night, Van. For tonight, at least, I wish you pleasant dreams. Oh, and if you could, please tell Judith not to stay up so late all the time.
perfectly timed car park. Oh, okay. Have to break the mirage a little bit just so you know it's Iscariot. Like you didn't know that. Mementos.
Guess I'm taking the pickup back and then passing along a lecture to Judith.
Yeah, what's going on, Jim? You know, nothing much.
Though after how I handled that, doubt I'll be having any pleasant dreams.
Van Route 3, feelings given form. And, yeah. Act 2, White Shadows, end. Okay, we finally completed Act 2.
Truly well done.
Oh, Lord.
That's just about
S
perfect.
rank, 226. Okay, we are 4 away from B rank. We still have a fuck ton of SP to get. Holy shit.
I'm honored.
Oh, Anya's got it. Damn, look at her. I wonder if she's forced to be Employee of the Month. Or, for Employee of the Month, does it only count ones outside of Garten? It must. Yeah, it has to. Otherwise, it would be someone else, guaranteed. Results for GR Championship are in. Underdog Team Mavericks won. 40,000 Mira. Only once we truly killed that demon lord for good fan can finally look for a romantic relationship. I mean, he says only once we truly kill it. I mean, if you just get together with Shizna, then I mean, then you don't need to truly kill it. Just she would probably like it better if you didn't. Yo, I get to fight this thing? Cool. I'll solo that. Ouroboros channel. So heart pounding.
It's Ouroboros, Myroboros, Ouroboros.
I don't like that the P in pounding is not capitalized.
Ooh, my day-to-day was packed thick with at least 3 C's. How about you, Chad? See, that side hustle I mentioned last time's finally getting realsy, so I've been on that grind, backing up my work fam. Dealing with so many peeps who call me out for stepping a pinky toe out of line has me on the struggle bus, though. Sad face.
Sad face.
Whatevs. With the new hotness that's the rocket launch coming up the day after tomorrow, my hype's ready to shoot me to space with it. Hold up, the day after tomorrow? Bro, it's legit scary how fast time goes when you're not looking. I'm the sort of gremlin who loves to rot in bed till at least noon, though, so it's gonna be another all-nighter for me.
Bleh.
And that's because I gotta get back to slaving away in the editing mines. Send those likes my way, and be sure to sub for more.
Well, we can't watch the Catalia channel? Why can we only do the Ouroboros channel? Why can't it be Catalia? Okay. Van Route 4. Van Route 4 compared to Kevin Route 2. Okay. So exposed sin and what lurks below. I mean, see, this one goes further beyond the end. Can go even further beyond, but we just did like 2 Van things in a row. Like, you can't be doing Van again this soon. So I think rocking with Kevin, well, as Van's. I know it is. I'm just surprised we're getting another Van one this soon after. Or I'm more surprised that it's not a 3-fer, to be real. I'm surprised it's not another, hey, here's all 3 again. Because that hasn't happened twice. It's been that was just the one time at the start. But okay, let's do Exposed Sin. I mean, I did go through all that court stuff with Van. But like Van seemed to like take the longest as well. There's Kevin like the shortest, and it's like what do I do? What do I do? Let's do Exposed Sin. Whatever. Gotta pick. We gotta go see Lapis. Act 3, Countdown to Destiny. I'm gonna need to update the stream title. A city floating in the heat haze. July 10, 640. Okay, let's just can't pick our. I know can't pick a wrong choice, but it's more like, can I pick an optimal, like, lore route choice so I can understand the most in real time? Okay. I did. Yeah, okay. Hey, look, there's clouds in the sky. As they mentioned, rain, so.
Let's get inside.
That's right, there's all these people getting out of the rain. You would think about, like, the people from the desert area would be like, oh, yo, let's all stay out and play. First, if I can just have a single team and not switch between things. I mean, I can agree with that.
My merchandise.
I can, by and large, agree with that.
Don't see this every day.
But at the same time, I think the main reason why they would rather you have 3 teams is simply because they don't want you focusing on only using 4 people of your massive cast. They want to force you to use at least 12. Right. Exposed sin. Because as you can see, whenever I go to the Grim Garten, it's just, oh, I'm keeping the same 4.
Beneath the Basel Observatory is irrefutable. The hour of arbitration approaches.
Hour of arbitration. Okay. The same 4 people I always have, or it's usually 4 or 5, right? I'm not swapping too many people in and around when I'm in the Grim Garden. It's like, oh, this is the team that works, right? So I think the main reason why they didn't decide to try and have one massive team for the story is because they go, okay, well, that could get boring after a while. So let's force you to use some different people. Now, it would be curious to see how later games work, right? Like, I'm curious to know how, like, the last game of the series will be. Because I have to imagine the last game of the series is going to be route-based, similarly. But whereas this game is Van's game that has other routes to it to kind of aid the overall story, I have to imagine the final game would be, like, equal routes, right? 10 routes and, like, 200 characters. Yeah. I would be completely fine with that. Like, unironically, I would be fine with that. So long as the story is good and well balanced amongst all of them. I think we talked about it before, where I hope that either the final game or the penultimate game do a thing where they do a whole bunch of routes, but they mix up all the fucking groups to have interesting route combinations of people. Just to go like, oh, hey, like, these people never interacted before. Have fun. Maybe Church, Bracer, Spriggan, Ouroboros, and military route? Maybe. Split it up by that. Because I could imagine, like... But then there's, like, a lot of people that fall into, like there's a lot of, like, third-party people that aren't any of those. You would be like, okay, they would have to... Don't forget SSA. Yeah, I was also thinking of that.
Seeing as both Father Leon and Mother Celise have decided to act of their own accord, however, I doubt I've any need for concern. But if you find yourself in a similar mindset, leaving you unwilling to perform your duty...
No, I'll do what needs to be done. No real reason to worry about them either. They're dominions. They can't turn their backs on their stigmas.
While I'd like to believe this issue limited to just the 2 of them, I'm not entirely convinced. In any event, I have said all that needs saying. I shall await your final judgment.
Let's just wait for 2050 for the final game. Wait for 2050. So you're gonna say it's gonna take 24 years to get a final Trails game? Because I, on the other hand, am thinking that we're probably gonna get it within the next 5 to 6. I would imagine. At most 8.
Keep your guard up, Father Kevin. You're likely to meet with interference in the coming days.
Yeah, understood.
I'm just more curious to see, like, in the upcoming games, as they do, how many more parties / new characters, new playable characters are they going to be introducing? Because even they have to understand, okay, we're getting to a point with, like, Reverie in this game where we have so many people, and some of the core gameplay elements of the games is, like, unlocking the court slots and all the other stuff, right? They must be getting to a point where we're going like, the Sepith economy is to be able to support that many characters would be fucking bonkers. So he's about 60-70% finished, so we'll get a few more games. Yeah, I had heard that it was like 75 to like 80 with Horizon / Kai done. Translation hell takes ages. True. But it's not taking, I think, as long now, because it seems like Falcom is actually sharing their scripts a little bit early at the very least, whereas previously they didn't. Because they'd seemingly always shared it with Cloud Leopard, which is why the Korean translation always came out like faster than any kind of English one, beside the fact that Asiatic languages are a little bit easier to go between. The number is like 3 years old, so I don't know how much changed. But yeah, so hopefully, because they definitely have stated that, they've realized that having worldwide releases is just generally better for like sales, which is why they pushed for it with Sky First Chapter and presumably the upcoming second chapter remake. So I'm curious to know if they're going to be pushing for that for the next mainline one as well. And I wonder if maybe that's why, because Beyond the Horizon came out in Japan in what, like 2024, 2023, 2024, right? It's like been a while since it came out, right?
That was the grump from Iscariot, right? The vice captain?
They're heretic hunters. I take it that means there's been some movement over in Basel then.
I think I heard him mention something about a fight there too. Against Celise, Leon, and a few outside forces?
The Thor's alumni, perhaps. I believe they're in Basel at the moment as well. But as for why such a clash took place, well, I assume the answer lies in whatever secrets they found beneath the observatory.
Might as well just have had the phone call on fucking speaker with how much everyone heard.
Guess there's a benefit to keeping a bunch of busybodies around. Saves me the trouble of having to explain everything. Jokes aside, though, you're right on the mark. Iscariot's investigating the matter as we speak, and I still can't say anything definitive. But just know that her crimes didn't stop at Tharbad. She's been deceiving the whole of Zemuria.
Deceiving, huh? Not really a word I wanted to hear.
But also, deceiving is crime?
I think you can stop dancing around her name already, though. We all know who you're talking about. One of Professor Epstein's 3 disciples, and Katra's grandmother, no less. She even personally helped us out during the Crimson Grendel incident.
Hello. Hello.
Professor Latoya Hamilton. She's the heretic you're charged with hunting down, isn't she?
Yeah.
I had assumed that was the case, but it is nonetheless shocking to hear you admit it.
Is it? Can't say I knew her very well personally.
Quite shocking, yes. You see, the 3 disciples are some of the most influential figures in Zemurian history.
Railroads, airships, orbital vehicles, communication devices, weapons, even the manufacturing industry and the orbital networks. This art is very, very good to Schmidt. Like, Schmidt looks rather good in this art style from this angle compared to how he looked in any of the games. He kind of reminds me of what was it, the KFC visual novel, the dating sim or whatever, like Anime Colonel. It kind of reminds me of him. All foundations of modern society, and only made possible through the work of the three disciples. And while it's true that Professor Epstein was established the blueprints for these creations, his pupils were the ones to turn concepts into reality. Of the three, Professor Russell's work is focused largely on orbital technology, and Professor Schmidt found his niche in the military. And then there's Professor Hamilton. Her research is centered primarily on environmental issues, and she's used it to help people the world over. Whether it's improving Northumbria's soils, aiding against both the desertification of the East and the deforestation of the Central East, well, she's done all that and more, which is why so many view her as something of a heavenly mother. Honestly, I felt it was only a matter of time until the church had her canonized as a saint. About that. It wasn't quite sainthood, but the church likes to award Septium Crest to those who've worked to maintain peace and prosperity in Simuria. We tried giving her one a few times now, but she's always turned us down. And I can probably guess why, too. Yeah, must have known her actions weren't exactly award-worthy. I think I'm starting to understand why this was so surprising to everyone. But the church has already decided she needs to be executed, right? More or less, yeah. Her fate's not exactly set in stone, but things definitely seem to be headed in that direction. So, what do you kids want to do? Though I doubt I even need to ask. You're right, you don't. All the heretic stuff aside, we want to figure out what she's up to anyway. Yeah, especially knowing that the church is involved. That's like always the first sign of trouble for Simuria. We can't turn a blind eye to trouble. That doesn't mean we're committed to your mission to the end. Don't mind lending a hand for a bit, though. Oh, no worries. I totally won't stab you in the back or anything. Okay, note to self, watch your back around Nadia. But seriously, thanks for the help. I'll be counting on you tomorrow. For what? Are we investigating again? I thought we found everything we needed already. Oh, but I guess there's still that thing they were talking about at the end of the memory.
After all, the way things are now is all due to the unforgivable deception I performed. I replaced what should have been with an observational outcome of my own.
Anyway, you still where I think you are, Professor? I'll head over now.
Thank you. And by the way, I'd like to return to Basel within the day if I can. I'll open the path once I know you're near.
I imagine they must have been referring to the location where she initially performed this reality shift. Perhaps somewhere more conducive to the feat itself.
Yeah, well, wherever that location is, the church hasn't had any luck finding it either. So tomorrow we'll be splitting up to look for clues on our own. Business records, eyewitness testimonies, anything to get us where we need.
I was gonna suggest we get a head start tonight, but that storm outside's looking pretty bad. Doubt it'll be letting up anytime soon.
Actually, according to the recent forecast, the rain should be subsiding in the next few hours. Around 10 p.m., I believe.
Hopefully that means it'll be a little cooler tomorrow.
So, the rain's gonna be clearing up soon, huh?
I see someone's planning a little late-night excursion. Well, as I said before, I'd gladly join you.
Let's hit the clubs!
Wow. Are you serious right now? Oh, are you finally going to that strip club thing you mentioned?
Strip club?
Maybe you should cover your ears, Lapis.
Look, it's not like I'm going for no reason, all right? Remember Sarah, a apparently, she's gonna be performing as a special guest tonight. Figured it'd be rude if I didn't show up. You know, to support her.
Support.
Okay, now tell us why you're really going.
Because I haven't seen strippers in ages, man!
That's my priest. That's my priest.
Oh, I'm gonna get front row seats so I can tip real big!
Fucking love you, Kevin.
Thanks, that's all I needed.
Because I haven't seen strippers in ages. You set me up? Who are you even planning on sending that to? So I can tip real big.
Oh no.
You're the worst, Kevin. Just wait till Ein hears about this.
Ein, that's her name.
How the hell do you know so much?
And just for the record, Sarah will actually not be stripping tonight. Instead, she'll be performing in a one-woman burlesque show.
A difference I'm sure her agency likes to stress. Well, just try to come back before midnight, okay?
And make sure you bring back some tasty treats.
Bring back food from the strip club. You better. Is Opie connected to the internet? I don't think she's connected to it. I think she's... I don't think she just has walking terminal functions. She can't just go like beep 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 internet. I think she's kind of like a normal person where she has to be on a terminal. No, not hell no. Damn, he just waited for her to grab his ear. He's got a terminal on this. Inhalal. Here's a piece of cake. Oh yeah, I forgot that Swin wears glasses. Every so often. Yeah, my eyes aren't so good from me exploding everything after slashing them. A lot of shrapnel got in my eyes over the years. The next day, Kevin and the others rose bright and early to start their investigation anew. Just realized that Swin would be fantastic in a party comp with Van. Because Swin's mark guarantees a crit. Fuck. Okay. Just needed to say those words out loud before I forgot them. Not that I'm ever going to make use of that party comp, but I needed to say it so everyone knew that I was a smart cookie who did think of it. The next day, Kevin and the others rose bright and early. They start their investigation anew. I'm a camel. Okay. Kevin and Swin just going around, canvassing the place. By focusing their efforts on finding info about the construction that took place 20 years ago, they had hoped to find a more concrete lead. Because the construction used concrete. Gotta get that ice cream. Dad, that fucking 5 scoops? That's a balancing act at that point. I'm a camel. Would you like some water? Y'all, what's up, girl? Just getting drinks by the pool. Just as they'd foreseen, however, their search proved a little help. A mama Jean.
Don't get me wrong. I'm I'm still a loyal to loyalies kind of gal, but man, her moms are giving them a run for their money. I feel so soft and loose. Wonder why.
Imagine if her arm just fell off. When he was going around alone, he probably gets a lot of girls flirting with him. Probably.
Maybe because my pores are open? Or at least I think that's what they're called.
Damn, that is really detailed. She has fucking pores that work.
Rosenberg tech is really something else, huh?
That is insane.
But you're right. Feels like the steam's cleaning out each and every one of my pores.
Especially those pores that my hair's clipping into right now. My shoulder, really big pores.
But my skin'll be so dang smooth after this. S is gonna fall for me all over again. Sounds like things are going great with you two.
Sup?
Oh, and he seems like such a catch. I'm so jealous. Wish I could just pick up a boyfriend from the store or something. Yeah, well, I guess he is pretty great, huh?
Also, still one of the craziest things where I can give this game balls for it. They handle, like, I wonder if that's why. So, Van Anya's had their scene with the rejection or whatnot. I wonder if they had potentially originally planned to have Nadia and Swin get together, like, on camera. On camera being in game cutscenes. But then went, wait a second, we can't be having these two getting together in the same game that Anya's and Van don't. Like, complete opposite, right? Like, you just be kind of experience whiplash. So they went, you know what? Fuck it. We sent them on a vacation elsewhere. They got together then. We don't need to show it. It's fine. That's why we have Memento Orbs. Which, I think I got Memento Orb 3. Did I ever watch it? I don't think I did. I should do that.
But come on. You work with movie stars, Hina. You must meet heartthrobs all the time. I mean, yeah, but our agency gets pretty fussy about dating and all that. Plus, some actors are like totally different people behind the scenes. Yeah, no fateful encounters for me. But my sister, on the other hand...
My sister, on the other hand, did pole dancing in front of the guy she likes.
How many times do I have to tell you? Van and I aren't like...
I didn't mention Van.
I knew it. Had a hunch ever since Van introduced you to us. Huh. What's going on with Sarah and Van?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Lapis. He has more than enough people vying for his attention anyway.
Yeah, true that.
Oh, come on. He seems like the sort of guy who likes making things harder for himself. Isn't that the truth? He's like the perfect fusion of all the ways guys get on my nerves. And don't even get me started on those hobbies of his.
Well, you got problems with sweets and cars? Like, come on, man. What he likes loyalies too. Come on, like he's great.
Anyway, I'll admit I might be rooting for a few others in this race, but that doesn't mean I can't lend an ear to a girl in love now, does it?
Nadia, please.
You can hear it. You know, as jealous as I am of Akrat, I'm starting to feel kind of bad for the guy. Yeah, well. They're not wrong about how he likes making trouble for himself. He shoulders way more than he should. And now he's dealing with trouble in the capital once more. As if the events of the past few months weren't enough. Weren't Nadia and Swin not getting together at the end of Daybreak too? They didn't get together at the end of Daybreak 2. I don't remember them saying they wouldn't get together. I think it was that they still had to figure out some feelings, or Swin still had to figure out some feelings on his part. Which he seems to have figured out when they went back to their hometown. Although, admittedly, our situation is rather complex as well. No kidding. Didn't think we'd have so much trouble finding a lead. Decay in the animal trail. It's kind of strange that nobody seems to remember, honestly. I mean, I know it was 20 years ago, but... The best we've got so far is someone saying they saw the professor come to town with a bunch of engineers around the time of the drought. After a month of observation, the water levels began to rise before finally turning into the oasis we see today. An Overeen date, Hermes. That would be fucking wild. I mean, she did give him a kiss on the cheek. So who can say? Yeah. Seeing as there was a budget estimate for construction, there must have been an actual work site somewhere. That was the only thing they documented about the construction, wasn't it? Correct. Due in part to the fact that costs were more modest than anticipated. Neither the city nor otherwise involved parties thought necessary to concern themselves with the details. Everything seemed well in hand, after all. What's happening in your idol this week? Haven't watched it yet, but from what I remember, the last episode out with Kana leaving the movie director's apartment in the morning after complaining about Aqua for the full night. And it seemed like some paparazzi caught some pictures of her, so I imagine there's gonna be some aftermath of that. Oh, the scandal. I guess that's not so surprising. I mean, it'd be one thing if they went over budget, but under? Heard folks were pretty much dancing in the streets because of it. That 7-girl would bury him alive, a random girl came by and would get Reen to date her. I mean, it would be ballsy. It's like, what do you mean you're going out with someone that didn't go through the fucking Vermilion Castle incident, didn't go through the Civil War, didn't go through again all the other shit with you, didn't go through the big war, didn't go come on, Reen, what the fuck, bro? She in high school? What a creepo. Or actually, there ain't one, right? Are you talking about Kana? Because I believe I think Kana would still be in school. I think she's just not in the same school as Aqua and Ruby, because they're still in that special performing arts high school. And I think Kana's the same age as them, so I would imagine, unless she's a year older, which she might be. Sorry. Her folks were pretty much dancing in the streets because of it. The leftover mirror was apparently used to kickstart the entertainment district, which in turn led to the founding of the film festival. Kana's a year older. Yeah, so, okay, she's... Yeah. Because I think she also mentioned that in the previous episode that she was an adult, technically. Couldn't drink, but she was an adult. But as for how the irrigation work managed to keep so far under budget in the first place, nobody knows. Outside of Professor Hamilton and the handful of engineers who assisted her, that is. Well, looks like we've got our objective for the afternoon, especially now that we know for certain she visited last year. Yeah, if we switch out our bait, you're bound to catch something. And just in case our luck takes another deep dive, I put out a request for a few tidbits of extra intel too. Both his waifus are yeah. Oh yeah, met up with Jack at the club last night, right?
My word, I never thought I'd run into you here, Miss Rain.
Yo, what's up? Your Highness? And Najee too? Wow, I didn't know you guys were in Tharbad.
We just arrived via airship, actually.
It's been quite some time, Miss Rain. And it's a pleasure to see you two as well, Miss Sarah, Miss Shahina.
We're here for a meeting about the new film I mentioned yesterday. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Don't you two also have a meeting soon? About your Central East Homecoming show?
We do, yes. I'm still finding it a bit hard to believe, honestly. It's where we emigrated from, so I guess you could call that a homecoming too, yeah. Nadia, who are they? Oh, that's right, you haven't met, have you? Well, to start, one of them's a real deal princess.
Oh, you're simply adorable. I'm Jita Osval, Princess of Alcyne, and you must be Miss Lapis. I've heard all about you, you know, although you're a bit taller than what was described to me.
Yeah, there's been kind of a lot that's happened since then. Gita and Najee. What lovely names. I'll give Gita 93 points and Najee 91. 2 high scores?
Oh, I'm honored.
You're too kind, Miss Lapis.
I thought Kevin was gonna yell and go, "What do you mean? You only gave me like 40!" Princess of Alzheim in her guard, huh? Talk about crazy timing. What's up? Given each of our unique circumstances, I'm afraid we're in no position to be speaking with the royal family of Alzheim at the moment. At least, not without proper preparation first. Rather inconvenient, isn't it? You got that right? And considering the princess's brother was involved in what happened in Basel yesterday. Sven, Rufus, am I calling the girls over? Probably best we get out of here. Just tell them it's time to grab lunch. Kevin's score wasn't low. I thought it was. I thought his score was only like 40. Kevin's name is fine, given that he shares a name with the kid from Home Alone. Kevin McAllister, right? Dude, that's so many kebabs. I want one. Munch, munch, munch. Oh, that steam left me positively famished. It did wonders for my taste sensors, though. They feel more precise than ever. Mutton kebabs and hummus. Rustic, but with a delicate flavor. And to supplement a cold mint tea. Perfect for cooling down with. Not often you eat so much, Nadia. Yeah, all that walking we did really worked me up an appetite. Well, eat your fill, kiddo. Anyhow, about this afternoon. We're gonna need to do a few more SPGs. Might help us with our recon. Don't see a problem with that, especially now that we actually have Van's permission. 3 games later, LB finally gets another upgrade new body with Rishi's proportions for storage purpose. But imagine if it was for storage purposes. Like, multiple cutscenes happen where she just does the anime thing of pull something outside the cleave. But it's, oh yeah, it's just inside the tit. Here's a burger. No, me and my swear lab is giving him a score of 69. Seriously? Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I thought it was in the 40s. But I mean, like, yeah, Kevin, 69. Nice. Nice. I feel like I vaguely remember saying nice when she gave him that score. By the way, about how we're doing this, we want to limit our search to learning about what Professor Hamilton did here in October, right? Exactly. Considering how unlikely it is we'll be stumbling on the construction site anytime soon, we need to switch tactics. Thanks to the conversation we saw in that memory, we already have a good lead. Our goal right now is to pinpoint where she was when she was talking to Dingo last year. That alone should bring us to the true nature of her crimes. We'll get there one way or another. As the heretic hunter, I swear to you that. Alright, understood. By the way, those gamblers from yesterday were looking into what the princess has been up to, weren't they? Correct. We asked Jack to investigate her for us. A risky endeavor, to be sure, but considering the connection between the professor and Alzai, one worth taking. Munch. Oh, right, because she helped them with their afforestation project. Gulp. Okay, everyone ready to get to work then? You bet. Any leftovers you can... You cleaned your plate? Figured you'd be used to this by now. Thanks for paying, by the way. Delish. You'd better keep your wallet ready for snack time this afternoon, too. Just you wait. I'll have tried all of Tharbad's finest cuisine before the day is even done. That should prove a wonderful stimulant to your optimization. Feel free to have whatever you please. On his merit, of course. You guys are downright ruthless. Bully Kevin. Kevin, can I use Zestcraft's Spears of and Loa? Okay. Receive Kevin and Rufus' lightweight outfits. Okay. New Zestcraft. Okay. Whoop, I know this number.
A moment of your time, Kevin.
Yo, what's up, Altina? I'm calling with an update on the Grim Garten situation. Neat. I mean, there's been some progress? Yes, the 6th domain is now accessible. Given how the others have gone thus far, however. Well, it does feel like we're verging on the heart of the matter over there. So any domain from here on is bound to be a lost cause if we don't put our minds to it. Though at the same time, we've also caught wind of some intriguing leads. Ones that relate to the Six Anguish's goals and Marduk's roots. Can't lie, we might touch on more than we bargained for. But either way, taking back the system is priority number one. Yes, let's all do whatever we're able. The Garten's 6th domain has been unlocked.
Why don't we take a stroll through the cultural district and see if we can't work up an appetite? Keep yourselves hydrated. After it rains, it gets wicked humid. Twice as hot out.
Wicked.
Hey, you got it! Whatever you say, Ma.
What the? I ain't your ma, you little twerp.
Seems like our group's gotten a bit closer already.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Hey, you got it! Whatever you say, Ma.
Whatever you say.
Keep yourselves hydrated. After it rains, it gets wicked humid. Twice as hot out.
Love it. Oh, that's great. That's great. Million mirror earned. Onyx Steel times 3. Okay, so Onyx Steel is the Beyond You material plus. Ulrich, Clem, and Imani. How's it going, Clem and Imani? I'm giving Clem and his dad a tour around the bazaar. Now with the color commentary by yours truly. This is a secondhand goods shop. You can always find good bargains here. Wow, really? You sure can learn a lot from local guard. Hee hee. Imani knows so much. It's fun hearing her talk all about it. And when she's in the bazaar, it's like she's got even more energy. Imani really loves this town. I'm showing Clem and his dad around the bazaar. I went to my mom's shop earlier, but she was too busy talking. They're still talking, too. I wonder what about.
Get your spices here.
Thank you for looking out for Clem. Your daughter is such a level-headed girl. Oh no, Imani normally acts so pampered. She only does this energetic because Clem's with her. Even yesterday, before bed, Clem was all she could talk about. Oh my, boy's just been as eager to play with Imani.
Have your eye on anything in
Saffron biscuits! Delicious!
Thank you very much.
Also, no drone shop in this route. Just yet. Buy items. Classic scarf. Sure, I'll buy 2 of those. I'll buy another cobalt cape and another cashmere hood because you know what? I have money now. Sure, I'll buy a power droplet. Okay, how are you not? Oh, wait. Is it because I didn't go to trade? Heal. Prime beast flesh. Okay, any new stuff? Okay, I can make the crest pluses for everything but blade, and blade is the one that I want. Because staff would be nice for another caster, but right now I'm kind of fine without it. Okay, and I can make some of the 3s. Okay, no, I can seemingly make all the 3s. That's good. That's good. Okay, so hopefully... Yes, I can make strike 3s, but I need more strike 2s. Okay, I can make a strike 3. Actually, I don't need a strike 3. Now that I think about it, right? Oh, whatever. Let's get an evade 3 because I'm sure at some point I'll want an evade tank as well. There are probably going to be people that I do want to try to guarantee, like, just straight crit on, like Shizuna later. Cast 3 would probably also be good to get now. But I don't have enough of the other stuff. Onyx ring. Hit 3. Just straight actually 100 wouldn't be terrible to get. EP cut 3 would be real nice. Okay. There we go. That's good for Judith. Gungnir Chevalier, low HP crit rebuild. Yeah, going back to then. Why the fuck would you want to do a Daybreak droplet over a connection piece. Unless you can get more connection pieces than other. Okay, Orban.
You may leave this to me.
Okay, I'm also gonna need to unlock their stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna come over here first. Actually, can I? Yeah. Okay, let's do the quartz.
I'll give it a try.
Because I made a cast. No, I did not make a cast 3. That's Goldie EP cost. Shieldbreaker Barrage isn't terrible, right, to have on. Defense down, but may inflict. Need 5 water to get it. Not too many 5 waters. But I do want EP Cut 3. Because if I can get EP Cut 3 as well as Goldia, those two combined should be enough to make it so I don't need to have anything else on the AT bonus on next turn after acting. I mean, Heavenly Fortune doesn't require all that much water. Honestly. It just requires 3. Yeah, actually, let's come up here and remove that. Move that. Oh, wait, no. Wait, no. There we go. Yeah. Keep Shield Breaker. You also get Fatal Lance. And then this. So you only need 5 for it. So this water is pointless. And then I can do EP Cut 3. And then you guys, Heavenly Fortune 2. I just need Mind. Which, I already have Mistyverse, so why not do Lunarverse? Oh, wait, that only gets me to 11, though. Almost there. And I want to keep Energy Charger, because that's just good. So, can't really get... So, is there any other things? My Recluse, who has that? Elaine has that. Crow and Kevin. Crit rate plus 30 while at full HP during command mode. That would also, if I remembered that, that would have been good on him, on her. So what I can do is, yeah, if I could get, oh, why do I have,
That's a single element slot, silly.
no, that would bring that down to there. So yeah, let's just take Recluse off of, let's say Elaine, because I don't use her too much. Then I have Heavenly Fortune 2. So now the chance is higher. You can already deal ridiculous amounts of damage. Single hit record for now is 225k. My lord. Okay, so that should be good because I didn't make Strike 3, but I did make Evade. Is there anyone that I am building for like an Evade? I mean, Rishi is kind of Evade. I don't think anyone in my normal party is really Evade right now. So maybe I should build Swin like that? Because I could do Fee as Evade. Like as a classic. But I feel like there's better characters than her in this game. Yeah, you know, let's build Swin as Evade. Because I throw him into the midst of everything pretty readily. So we'll take that. Action 1. Evade 1, Evade 2, Judith Reen, Risha. Ren. Why does Ren have it? Ren has it to get Arc Feather. I can probably do something better with it later, and I'm also not using Ren. So let's take off Ren's.
Skill set changed. That's a single
And
element slot.
then HP is low. Yeah, let's put blind 2. Ped 2, Vanuation. Okay. Let's also custom open slots. I think it's about time to unlock the rest of everyone's slots, but okay. Orbit custom. Yeah, because it's only Swin and Nadia for the remainder of the slots. Let's unlock their most expensive ones. Okay, so I don't think I have enough to unlock them all fully. So she has more and is just generally more useful. So we'll leave it at this. She's also a caster, so that's why you kind of want to get her ready. Okay, if I could get Inferno or Firestorm. Right, because ideally I get boost, like I want to be able to boost fire amount with also wind so that I can get her to Judgment Feather. But hers is going to be pretty difficult. I don't know if I'll be able to do it as it is right now. It's a caster, but sadly has fire slot, which I feel like is a detriment in this game system, but worked specifically in Reverie because there's some good fire shit in Reverie, but the system was also a little bit more, I guess, lenient with builds, as it were. Yeah, she's got an interesting combo where it's fire and water. Okay, so this and Decoy gets her energy charger, which is pretty good. We like that. Same if she isn't having water slots. I mean, at least there's somewhat, like, freeze is present. And they need to nerf Shizna somehow. Okay. Let's take a quick look at her stuff. So she's got fire. Is there any other? You can do spark, because that's got some strong fire and wind. Phantom, mostly fire and mind. Glacial hell. Water, fire. It's all right. Let's do this because it has Regulus Caliber. And I did just put Mercy on her. So we have Burning Verse. Do I have the better version of that? Hellfire Verse. So I guess I'll put both of those on. Or actually, I'll come down here and see what I can get with this. Crisis Force. Yeah, sure. Cast 1. Can I get cast 2? Yeah. Mindbreaker Barrage, sure. Strike 1 doesn't really matter for her, I would say. By and large, I would say EP, Defense 2, Burn. Yeah, okay. So she's got fire and she's got mercy, which makes cover your effects better. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we have fire stuff like Thor Smasher, which is fire wind, glacial heat, but we also want healing. So this is where we're going to come in here and is it? I'm gonna do Aura Breath. Did I give her any? Ooh, I should get EP cuts for her because she also doesn't have too much. Yeah, she doesn't have too much in the way of
Skill set updated.
Things. Yeah, I might see if I can't do a EP cut 2 for her to replace Hit. But we got Spears of Ur and Loa, so that's pretty cool. Set circle L, X. This is also X, but it's a space assist and time assist, so it's equal scaling, I guess. But the assist is different. These are 2 stigmas. Okay, well, I got plenty of character stones, so
Still
we'll do
a long
that.
haul to go.
Nemesis Aura.
Nice. I'm flying high.
Yeah, there's not really much difference between these two, yeah? Other than self-delay. So this thing that additional element assist must do a good amount of help. Otherwise, it doesn't really make much sense to really care all that much about it.
Still not strong enough.
Okay. Okay. So, what are we looking at here? We're looking at that, and that, and that, and that. And yeah, we need to go there. But first of all, let's come over here.
What have we here?
This is Force speaking on the bulletin board. Righteous Thief Spoils. Have you heard of the righteous thief Ahrens, who once made this very district into his prowling ground? Well, I have a clue regarding the location of the treachery left behind. Interested in a treasure hunt? Then come to the cultural district's back alleys. I'll tell you more about it there. Pate. Looks like there's another one. Waterway Bounty. According to the recent intel, dangerous monsters, the Hecate sisters, or Hecate sisters, not sure, have been sighted in the underground waterways. We would greatly appreciate you taking care of this beast in the guild's stead.
Alright, let's move.
Okay. Yeah, there's like some level of reflection. Neat. Bam. Oh my god, look, there's people. Hello there. I'd like to buy some items. Soul Chef egg dishes and rich chai pudding.
Come again.
Okay. What items do we got? Also, I feel like it's been a bit since I did some premium sweets. Did we get any additional? Oh, yeah. White fromage. A recommended dessert at the Quarry Tavern Inn, light and airy by design. This rich, fluffy cheesecake is subtly sweet, but with a depth of flavor and delicate texture that should pair with just about anything. It's probably high in calcium as well. Honey lemon jelly, a cafeteria offering popular for its sugar content, ideal for refueling the brain.
I'll go ahead and send this to Mr. Arkwright. I leave it to you.
The cafeteria promotes this treat as an efficient source of glucose and vitamins. It isn't too sour, and the honey is delicately sweet. A prime dessert for times of critical thinking. I need to think! Okay, so... let's make this.
What I do.
Okay.
If you want seconds, just say the word.
Need to make this.
Won't take a second.
Savory fish burger. I feel like he made a fish burger in one of the previous games as well. Okay, good. We've done that. We're in the gold rank at rank 22, so it's taken a lot more to get up over the amount than before. Saffron biscuit. So these are all CP, so maybe next time we get near like a boss or something, I'll try. And try and just down those or something. Oh, it's you folks. Appreciate what you did for us earlier. You're from the caravan we met this morning, right? Feeling any better? Thanks to those drinks you gave us, we are. You're in some pretty bad shape out there. Felt like you gave us a second lease on life.
Oh, I'm sure you'd have done the same if you were in our shoes. Camels outside looked like they were doing better, too.
There's no need for thanks. After all, I think our encounter proved beneficial to both parties. Yeah, never would have learned about that irrigation project without you guys. Well, after we heard you were putting together a Sunday school lesson on it, we kind of felt like we had a duty to tell you. Should give me something to brag about to my son, at least. He'll be starting his first few classes back at home soon.
I know it's already said and done, but is it really alright for a priest to lie like this?
I don't think he's the most respectable man of the cloth. Well, I can't say the goss is a fan, but she'll let it slide. Anyway, not every day you see experienced merchants getting hit by a sandstorm. Didn't even think they'd be an issue today, well, with yesterday's downpour and all. Yeah, we were thinking the sand sea dried up faster than we expected. Desert's a big place, after all. And there was the fact the sandstorm came from a direction not typically on our radar.
Is that so?
What do you mean? See, given the conditions are right, some areas of the sand sea make the perfect breeding grounds for sandstorms. So when we're planning our routes, we try our best to avoid those areas. The only issue is the sandstorms have been growing more robust by the day. And all that heavy rain yesterday really threw off our measurements, which, obviously enough, led us to misjudging where the sandstorm would hit. Sounds like y'all were lucky to make it out alive. Well, I'll be praying that your next trip's a safe one, alright? Though I can't say a run-of-the-mill priest's prayers will be worth very much. Well, we appreciate it anyway. We'll try to be more careful in the future. We lost a lot of goods out there today. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's take a quick 3-minute break, and then we will be right back. And we're back. Okay. And let's see. Guild Tharbad branch. Got what's going on, Peachy Child? Sorry, she called out to me as they were passing by earlier. They gave me so much advice about dancing. I thought we were growing apart, but that isn't true at all. Alright, time to go practice before I forget everything they taught me. Yeah. So they were rescued from the sandstorm then? That's right, saved by the people I was just talking about too. Oh, speak of the devil. Huh, sorry to interrupt. Ismail here was just telling me about how you all helped that merchant caravan in the desert. But I won't bother you about the details right now. After all, it looks like you have business with us today. Your haste is appreciated. So you're asking if Professor Hamilton was in Tharbad last October? No, not that I'm aware of. After all, she was in the east around then, was she not? And after leaving from there, I heard she went straight back home to Basel. When someone as important as the professor comes to Tharbad, it's usually all people can talk about. So if even the guild didn't know, that means she probably came in secret. That's so. You know, I actually heard there was a bit of trouble with the city's water source around the same time. We were told the professor came all the way out here to fix it, but if you're saying otherwise, maybe we're on the wrong track. Perhaps we should look into whether or not there were any other strange happenings or incidents in October. That wasn't long after the film festival ended, right? Does anything come to mind? Actually, I think that was about the same time the Institute of Science notified us of an analysis they conducted on the plant we found. Plant? Do you mean agave? The type used to make the drugs distributed during the film festival, right? Yes. The Guild's Tharbad branch and the Institute of Science were collaborating under joint investigation on the matter. For a while, we were sending them status updates on those who had taken the drug during the festival, as well as any residual evidence we collected. Even joined their field researchers on a trip to the cave where agave was growing en masse. However, the data we collected there ended up being insufficient, given that there weren't any agave clusters outside the cave to compare them to. Yes, which is ultimately why the collaboration continued into late October. But unfortunately, before we could make any further progress on the investigation, the Institute informed us they would be bringing it to a close. Because they'd already finished their analysis of the evidence? Well, they did manage to learn a lot about the drug itself. They even shared a list of its components with us. But we're at a loss on some of the other important details, like what the agave's preferred habitat is, or whether there are any related species. We suggested to the Institute that we get those questions answered before any others at the start of the investigation, but they told us that analyzing the drug's core components took priority, considering the danger it posed. Said they'd continue with the ecological investigation after the component analysis was finished. It's strange they'd have such a sudden change of heart. Someone with authority at the Institute must have ordered them to bring the investigation to a halt. Someone like... that's concerning. Well, at any rate, I think now we've got a better idea what's going on back then. Thanks for answering all those questions for us. Okay. So, Sun Sandstorm can be counted up to the observational thing, but the agave investigation... Sorry, and she in his house. Oh, this is... It would make sense considering the direction they gave us. Sorry, what are we talking about? This is where Hina and Sarah live. Something they mentioned while we were in the hammam. Yep, they said we could drop by whenever we wanted. I see. Well, since we're already here, why don't we go ahead and say hello? That sounds like a fun idea. Well, I'm not sure they're back from the hammam yet.
Wait, am I hearing things or...
Hello.
It was you guys! I thought I heard your voices. Making good on our invitation, are you? Well, come on in!
Such a warm welcome. Thanks, Hina. I hope we're not a bother.
Remember to behave yourselves, you two.
Please, there's no need to worry. Just make yourselves at home, all right? Sorry there's not much room.
Make yourselves at home. Nadia immediately jumps on top of the bed
And
and
why
sleeps.
don't I make you all some cold drinks?
Delicious.
So tasty. You said it. It's made with all sorts of fancy fruits and spices, huh?
Whatever it is, it definitely helps beat the heat. Man, this stuff's fantastic. Is it a homemade recipe?
Yep, it's one of the Central East classic summer staples called Sharbat. My sister's the one who whipped all these up, but I can make them too. I actually used a recipe my mother taught me. They're a lifesaver when dancing in the hot summer heat. I see. Families always got each other's backs one way or another, huh? If I recall correctly, your parents have passed away, no? Mm-hmm. And I was still just a little kid, too. I don't really remember much about them, honestly, but Sarah's a different story. I'm just thankful I've managed to hold on tight to what they passed down to me, even in spite of all we've gone through. But I couldn't have done that without Van and the rest of our Arkwright Solutions. Oh, she's got it bad, huh? Yep, though you gotta admit, being in love's a good look on her. Just makes her all the more adorable. Hina! Arkwright just has all the luck in the world, doesn't he? Don't know if I'd call it luck, really. His personality kind of just reels you in. And he starts helping you with things, and... Colt, are you gonna finish that, Kevin? I'm still working on it! I'd heard you two have been traveling for business recently, but your house is unexpectedly tidy. Did you perhaps hire a cleaning service of some sort? Nah, no way. Our neighbors just insist on house sitting for us while we're gone. They've really done a lot for us over the years. We always gotta bring back a bunch of souvenirs to repay them. It's always fun picking out something for them. Living here truly is wonderful. It's home in all the ways you can imagine. Guess that means that homecoming show of yours is gonna be a real sensation then. You bet. We're gonna give it the best we've got. Wish Fairy, Agnes, and Van could come see it too, though. That would be nice, having Judith and everyone else there. Perhaps even the professor as well. Huh? By the professor, do you mean...
Alrighty then. We shouldn't overstay our welcome now, should we? Come on, time to pack it up, kiddos. After all, we gotta let these two get to practicing for their big show. You'll be rehearsing later, right?
Oh, yup. Right by the Oasis. It won't be a proper performance, of course, but if you're interested, you're more than welcome to watch. Plus, knowing that friends of Van's are in attendance will give us just the push we need to perfect our routines.
Got it. We'll definitely be there then. Take care of yourselves, you two. The temperature is expected to rise in the afternoon. Get away before my little compatriots can forget how to lie.
Hey, Rapscallion, why'd you pull us out of there? I think we stumbled into information on his target.
That's right, but we can't just go diving into that info without a plan now, can we? On a separate note, you two have been through Arkwright Solutions case files, right? Ever find anything that could connect the sisters to our person of interest? No, we didn't. All we know is that Van and the others helped them deal with the incident here in Tharbad. Well, she went to the east after the incident in Basel. Additionally, however, during the anomaly which occurred in Edith last December, Sarah and Sheena were said to have been in the capital, meaning they very well may have had the chance to establish a bond with your target. Though I suppose they could have met during the events that you and Swin were involved in as well.
Putting aside how you just happen to know all that, I'm not really seeing any solid connections, Onionator. That must mean we're missing a piece of the puzzle then. A piece that even Van and the others are unaware of. And I believe the answer may lie with Dingo.
So, sounds about right. Though I'm gonna argue that our main concern at the moment should be the presence of the princess. No use jumping the gun just yet. Let's just go watch the girls' practice performance, and after we can start looking into things. Awfully cunning of you.
Roger Dodger. But you know, Kevin, I'm starting to get the feeling this villain bit of yours isn't really an act after all.
You got me. I like salting people. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Kevin? Cunning? I'd say that describes you far more than it does him, Rufus.
Yes, well, though my cunning is born from my inherently wicked nature, I'm not quite so sure Kevin's as heartless as he portrays himself to be. I know I'm an asshole. Kevin, he's a faker. How's it going, Fatih? You're Fatih, right? You saw your quest on the bulletin board earlier.
I knew you'd come. None of you are the Spriggan, though, are you? I assume you folks are taking on 4 SPGs in his place.
Well, so you knew we weren't him and you still asked for our help?
Don't tell me. Do you know us?
Not at all. But after taking a little look at what's going on behind the scenes these past few days, I had a hunch. Finding that a man of the church is at the center of it all was a bit of a surprise, though, I'll admit. And that gentleman over there, well, it's probably best not to touch on that one, is it?
Your discretion is much appreciated. So this request is about finding the location of some guy's treasure, right? What exactly do you get out of asking us to do something like that?
All I'll say for now is that I believe you all have the capabilities necessary to obtain this treasure. What's important is whether or not you all intend to follow through on this opportunity. So, what will you do?
Yeah, let's accept. I mean, I'm curious and all, but...
Yes, 4SPG accepted. Now let's get a hunting.
Hey, hold on a sec, will you?
I'm kind of curious myself, actually. After all, a chance like this doesn't come every day, right? And if all goes well, we might even be able to make back all of Rufus's money.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure of that. I had a lot of money. But I suppose there's no harm in taking gambles every once in a blue moon, right? Alright, fine. We'll accept the request. We'll look for this Arens guy's treasure, or whatever it is.
I knew you'd come around.
So what kind of person was Arens?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of him before.
Definitely not someone we learned about at Aramis. But judging from his name, I'm guessing he wasn't Central Eastern.
I've heard of the man once or twice myself, and if I recall correctly, he was half Calvardian, half Elsaimi. I believe there's an old anecdote about his exploits in Tharbad. Claims he fought against a family who ruled the city with an iron fist.
Indeed. Though Arens was half Central Eastern, he was also a soldier of the Kingdom of Calvard. So when he was dispatched to a location just outside Tharbad, he witnessed firsthand the cruelty wrought by the most prominent family in the region.
Yeah, I heard a bit about that when I was doing some research on the city. There was this independent lord, apparently, who owned a piece of land stretching from Tharbad all the way to western Elsheim. Got away with a lot of crap because of its connections in both countries.
Yes, of course Arens lodged complaints about the Lord's behavior to both the army and the kingdom, but he was unfortunately silenced. However, he had grown to care deeply for the people of Tharbad, and he had even taken a lover in the city. So to do right by them, he quit the army and took up arms against the family, knowing doing so would have him marked as a traitor and thief. And eventually the family was overthrown, forcing Calvar and Elsheim off their proverbial behinds to re-examine the governance of the region.
I see. And is this treasure something he stole from the family?
It's a strong possibility. You see, though, the majority of the riches they acquired through their exploitation had been returned to their rightful owners. The wealth the family gained by way of tolls and managing mines was also quite considerable. People believe Arens may have hidden that wealth for his future descendants.
Oh? Boy, is this exciting or what? So you're gonna give us a hint to where the treasure is, right?
Well, the only hint I have for you is this map. You'll have to use the cipher written on it to find the location on your own.
No, I'd make a comment about how cliche this all is, but this might actually be a good chance to test our skills a bit. Solve the mystery and find the treasure left behind by a legendary thief. It's almost like we're in a movie.
Could do without the whole wild goose chase thing, though. Huh? But that's what makes it fun. Plus, searching for it ourselves would give us what they call a sense of accomplishment.
Well, the rest is up to you, my friends. Remember to keep your wits about you, though. After all, you aren't the only ones with a hankering for treasure.
Oh, so you're saying we could have competition, huh? No way we're losing now.
That's the spirit. Now, if you'll excuse me, may Arusha grant you guidance.
Arusha grant you guidance.
His intentions to have you suspicious, do they? Got that right. Why give this task to us instead of looking for the treasure himself? Plus, there was the whole thing about him doing his research before putting up his request. That says it's not like I sensed any malice from the guy, but I don't know. Maybe he's just hard to read. Certainly possible, I suppose. But for the moment, I believe we'll have to advance the investigation to learn what his true motives are. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Right.
Right. Let's make some magic happen.
Righteous thief spoils. Started. Okay, so looks like desert.
So what's this a map of? Can't really tell, to be honest, but I do see that cipher he was talking about.
Judging from the topography and the orientation of the area in relation to Tharbad, I imagine it's likely somewhere in the Sand Sea. Maps from 100 years ago aren't really like the ones we use today, though. The symbols they used were different back then. Topography changes over the years, too. Gonna be pretty hard to find the treasure with just this to go off of. So we're gonna be taking a shot in the dark here, huh? Even with the map.
Well, let's see. It says the first clue is hidden at the feet of the twins who support one another. Twins who support one another? What could that possibly mean?
Well, whatever it is, it's unlikely to be man-made, given the nature of the Sand Sea during that era. However, if this cipher was indeed intended for use by future generations, I doubt anything prone to change or decay either. So maybe we should be looking for stuff that's more hardy, like rocks or something. Man, this forest species sure ain't gonna be a stroll down easy street, huh? Well, we just head out to the dunes for now.
Onward to treasure galore!
Beep boop beep. Okay, so we got that and that. Let's go to... we're in Cultural District right now. Let's go to Entertainment District.
Let's not
If any side quests there. Okay, so I can leave that for the end. We'll pick up all the items and side quests and stuff. Hoist. Okay. Oh, it's Maxim.
Huh? This crowd wasn't here earlier.
Oh? Is that who I think it is?
Ladies and gentlemen, in anticipation of its release next month, the film Perfect Driver Zero is now holding a collaboration with Maximum Energy.
This voice actress gets a lot of work anytime she's in a game. Because that is Shaheena's voice actress.
And to speak on this collaboration, we have here today the stars themselves, Maxim and Aslan!
Hello, my angels! I've been looking forward to seeing you all today.
It's an honor to be here. I hope you guys are as excited as I am.
Maxim! You're amazing, Aslan! Now then, to start us off, we'll be handing out samples of Maximum Energy. Also available today are handshakes, combos, photos, and hugs with your favorite racing champions. And remember, with them, there are no limits. May all our fans enjoy themselves today to the maximum. What? No limits? Nobody said there'd be no limits. Oh, don't worry, your manager's already given us the okay. That's not the problem here. I'm a little surprised myself, but come on, Maxim. Let's do it for the fans. You're just going along with this. Oh my gosh, Maxim, sign my sleeve, please. Alright, I guess that's so bad. The success of Perfect Driver Zero and Maximum Energy is counting on you, my angel. I'll make sure to cheer you on in your next race, Aslan. Thanks, that really means a lot. I'll prove once and for all that I can and will win the Grand Prix. Make sure to come by the circuit when you have time, alright? Yes, it's Maxim and Aslan. I swear, they even said we could hug them. Nuh-uh. I'm like their biggest fan. I'm on my... Hey, just... me... What? Huh? Hey, can you hear me? Man, this thing's really been acting up lately. And I just got the newest model, too. Huh. Squee! Me next, me next! Settle down. There's still plenty of me to go around. And samples, too, of course. Hey, don't you think all this flirting you're doing is a little unfair to Paulette? Thought you were trying to get back together with her. You're those kids from Ben's? Oh, you guys friends? Friends is a strong word. Oh, I know you. You're the dorkwad with the hot rod. Hello, Maxim. Dorkwad? Sorry, remind me who you are again. That's right. Guess I only ever saw you when I was in my fairy form, huh? Well, don't worry about it. It's kind of a long story. You can't just drop that on me and not explain. Can I shake your hand, Maxim? Anyway, sorry to cut this short, but I'm a little busy at the moment. I can give you a quick autograph if you want. I'll even throw in a free smooch mark as a courtesy to the friends of Arcade Solutions. I think we're good, actually. You sure? Could probably make a fortune off it if we wanted to. No, Nadia. Come now, children. Time to leave the man be. Okay, so digital interference. Messing with the orbital radio waves or something. The champion of the Z1 Grand Prix and its runner-up. I thought I'd heard their names before. Damn, being a celebrity looks like a living hell. Surprised that you guys know each other, to be honest. One of Van's acquaintances introduced us back in the spring. Had so much fun bullying the guy. He's so easy to rile up. Oh, and there's this old deal with the mom and daughter duo from Monmar 2. Monmar's the bistro right below Arcades, right? Must make for an interesting living situation. Man, I'd love to check out Edith myself someday. Yeah, I want to see the Z1 in person. You should come along too, Rufus. Perhaps.
I suppose a trip to the capital would give us a chance to settle our debt with Arnkrind.
Hey, Kevin. Doing your rounds for today's investigation, huh?
Yeah, what's going on, Hal? Jacking out. Did you...
Yep. Got everything you asked for.
Perfect.
Meet us by the station entrance, all right? We'll chat there.
Nice. We'll head over in a few. Must be about the stuff you asked for yesterday. Shall we then? Nah, there's no rush. I see we got plenty of time to spare. Additional connection events are now available in Kevin's route. Oh my god! Thank you, my angels. Hugs are... Well, feel free to ask for a handshake with the autograph. Squee! It's not gonna be easy to talk to him like this. Let's leave him to it for now. Aslan! Max seems to have gotten some of his spark back after coming here. It was strange seeing him so obsessed with last night's race. But in the end, it was just an exhibition. Got to prepare for the Z1 final selection and not get cocky. Be sure to give maximum energy a try. After this, we'll be hosting a second event at a separate location. We'd love to see you love for your join. Highly recommend the Rufus connection. Okay. I will take your highly recommendation to high consideration. This might help distract me from last night's loss, but I can't let myself get discouraged. I promise we'll talk when I get back. I still think that Paulette could do so much better, like Van. Who needs Maxim when you have Van the Man as an available option? White agate cameo. Lapis cameo, pure white agate, engraved with a visage of an adorable little girl. Okay, so did they... Okay, so these seem to be the highest rank of reward. Makes me think I should... If I am doing an evade build, I should probably get this. That puts up to 61.
Thank you very much.
What is... Evade 3, evade 12. Any other good evade? Evade 6. Strength 12. Evade 5. Evade 7. Accuracy. All the stuff with strength go down. Yeah, you ain't getting that. Evade 8. And then, yeah, that. I mean, honestly, getting another Mistral Star for another... So that would put it up by another 6, so that would be at 61. Wouldn't be terrible. Would not be terrible.
Allow me to assist.
Soul Chef raisins? I think I've talked about it on stream before. Don't care for raisins, personally. Like, unless they're in... Unless they're in a like trail mix, I really don't like raisins because I just think of the like all I can think of when I have raisins is how much I'd rather be eating just grapes, if that makes sense. Okay, raise. Okay. Because you give me raisins, I'm just thinking, man. Probably would be juicy, like tastier if I was eating a nice juicy grape. Okay, we're going to fold this. Okay, fuck. Well, we're just freeballing it here. Okay, 1 pair. Okay, that's a draw. That's fine. We're gonna raise and free ball. Okay, ace, 5, 6, jack. Oh, I had a 3 of a kind. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, well, 8, raise. Yeah. King. God damn it. Okay, jack, raise. Raising multiple times in a row after a draw, is that, like, bad for my token total? Or do I get the things back when it's a draw? Like that. 3-3. Actually, I'm gonna raise and all hold. Because we have 2 pair base in my hand. So there's no real reason to do anything but. 2 change. Okay, 2, 2, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Okay. Nice. Let's win another time. 2, 2, raise, change. 2, 2, 2, 5s. There we go. Good. 3 of a kind. Let's go. Raise. We're still early. Let's change raw. Jack, Jack, Ace, King. 2. 1 pair. Good. Save the fold for a higher rank. Raise. You know, yeah. Let's fold here. Okay. 6, 6. Raise. Change. Got 3 of a kind, so we're good. Good. 3 of a kind, nice. Yes, let's go. Okay. Nope, it's gotta go raw on this. 8, 9, 10, Jack. Ace. Fuck. And he got straight, so that would have blown me out of the water anyway. Okay. Raise. Raise. Raw dog change. Is this Balacho? No. Never actually played Balacho. Only heard good things about it. But I am fine with some 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. I'm fine with some like roguelike games, but a poker roguelike has never really been something I'm interested in. Like a roguelike that's purely on numbers to me isn't interesting, or it doesn't personally interest me. It in and of itself is an interesting concept. Like, I'll give them that. But it's not something that I look at and go, ooh, yeah, that's up my alley. Like, if anything, in terms of recent roguelikes that I haven't played myself, but have seen, Mugenics would probably be the one that I would be most likely to give a try. Just because of... just because it's a more strategy-esque kind of game. But I don't know how much I would like having the whatchamacallit, the inherited aspects of it, right? Like the, like all that, and having to deal with that. Motherfucker, lost at the very end. Okay, this will be my last. This will be my last try. Okay. King, king, 6, 6, 8. There we go. 2 pair. Okay, 4, 4. Raise, change. Here we go. Just because I look at a game, like there are certain. In certain cases, I do like when games have kind of inherited traits. Fire Emblem Awakening and Fates. As well as, I think, Genealogy of Holy War, which I've never played. That's an older one that probably needs a remake, frankly. But... like... The...
I do...
But like having a roguelike where your units are completely dependent on that system Whereas in Fire Emblem, it's like, oh, the child units use the system.
Tokens for prizes.
Like, to me, I think that's an important distinction that makes me not necessarily want to do it. Poker Rogue. I watched the Small Ant video of it today. That seems pretty interesting. I just haven't gone back and played a Pokemon game in a while, so I don't even know if I would like. How do I say? I feel like to enjoy a game like Poker Rogue, where it's using all the Pokemon of all the gens, it is in the art style that I like. I like that art. I like the sprite work art style. But like I haven't played the most recent like 3 gens or 2 gens, I think. So it's like, oh, there's just gonna be Pokemon that I have no idea about and a lot of moves that I'm like, what the fuck is this? Okay. So I could get another Mistral Star for more evasion on Swin. Or I could get him, or I could get a Burning Blood, and this prevents Rot, Freeze, and Death Blow 100% and boost Strength by 45, which is probably pretty damn good, all things considered. Also, I could get this and put it on, you know, I'll get this, yeah. I'll get this, and I'll put it on Rufus. Yeah, because his stuff is not really all that great. Yeah, so that'll be good. Glare Headband CP increase. Is there anything that increases Staff Crest Plus? That's turn CP. You got turn CP. Don't worry, you only miss like 800 Pokemon. Give it a day or two, you know every single one. That was one of the interesting parts because for a while, me and one of my friends, like every day we were doing the Pokidoku, which is like Sudoku, but with Pokemon. And like, I was doing all right, but then there was somewhere I'm going like, I don't even know what this thing is. Like what could because there'd be somewhere it's like, oh, only like 5 Pokemon available, and I'm like, I know none of these 5. None of these 5 are ones that I know. You know, let's do. I'll give them yellow metal. Actually, CP increased by 30 isn't terrible. You have blue pendulum, speed move. Can I get you a better staff crest, ATS, max EP? Yeah, let's do that. ATS. Yeah, we'll do this because it's. Actually, we'll give you Cobaltic Eyes. Armor, you don't even have armor. Okay, there we go. Need to buy them better stuff. Methinks. Okay. But, you know, before we do that, let's do a connection event. Also, Cyrus and Garfield, record compiling old folk songs, do a famous tune.
Treasure it.
What I got?
You're so
White agate.
thoughtful, Rufus.
Cameo, gem cards in.
For me?
There we go. Cool. Nice. So, hidden weapons versus heretic. Now I asked me to train her in the use of concealed weapons. Should I do it? Swin and basketball. I heard Swin wants to give basketball a try. Maybe I'll join him. Apparently watching people play reminds him of when he went undercover at Aramis. And then full of energy drink. Lapis wants to know what the energy drink from the movie collab event tastes like. Rufus says he's going to get some free samples with her. I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay. Okay, that description sells it. Kevin's group decided to take a short... Like, what does Lapis on an energy... What does Lapis on coffee look like? Decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Wow, so this is maximum energy? I wonder what it tastes like. I hope you'll check out Perfect Driver 02, young lady. Make sure not to drink too much of that. It's loaded with caffeine. Maybe I'm in no position to ask since I just tagged along, but is this really okay to drink? You know, for a kid? Young though she may be, she is also a Rosenberg doll. You may find the ingredients to be stimulating, but she should have no trouble neutralizing the effects. Probably. Can you be sure? What are you two yapping about? Let's hurry up and try it! Cheers! Gulp. Yup. Nope. Oh my. I've never tasted anything like this before. After the initial piercing flavor, sugar and citrus race through the mouth. I could see this serving as a good mixer for alcohol. Ugh, I'm surprised you enjoyed it. I'll say I definitely feel more awake after taking a sip. I've never been, I feel like the only time I ever had an energy drink was one time from a Cumbies. I had a free coupon or whatever for like the Mountain Dew energy drink, whatever it is, and I had it and I did not care for it. Rufus, our favorite boost battery, complete with Ouroboros power. Taking a sip. This stuff's low with caffeine, so you definitely gotta be careful not to drink too much. What do you think, Lapis? Oh, does this get her drunk or something? Lapis?
Would you pipe down, Onion Priest? Who do you think you are, speaking to me as an equal?
Lapis?
What is this wondrous mixture? It's ever so delectable. One could say this beverage is perfectly suited to such a noble Rosenberg doll as myself. Attend me, peasant. I demand more.
Did her eyes change color? What's your deal, young lady? Please calm down. What the hell is going on? Her arrogant tone. It somewhat resembles the way she spoke when she was Altera 4 months ago. Ah, saw the name in the files. They did? Okay. I noticed. Yeah, it was, Altera was a really good design. Her body has maintained standard mobility even after absorbing the caffeine. However, it may not have accounted for the, arginine in the beverage. The data of her past arrogant personality appears to have been brought to the forefront by her body's processing of the chemical. Are you kidding me? How can you be so calm? Are we going to be okay? Well, as far as I can tell, she still seems to be Lapis at her core. As long as she can recover from this state of intoxication. Rufus, what are you standing around for? I demand more energy drinks! Negotiate with these men and make them hand over everything at once. As you wish, my lady. Rufus is fucking into this. He's like, whatever. I'll play along. This is funny. Wait, now you're a butler? Kevin continued to chide Rufus, even as he managed to lead Lapis away from the stand. Then they had to watch over her until her body began to naturally break up the arginine. Phew. This feels amazing. This pool really is without equal. Let her play. Let her work off the energy. Why is my wallet the one that has to suffer? My apologies. Please consider this one of your business expenses. You're a cunning bastard. Let her play at the slots. Okay. What is the matter with this slot machine? Why won't it allow me to win? How could Rufus be so calm? Kevin, in another universe, he was a bioterrorist who considered himself a god. Don't worry about it. Fine, I'll do this my way. She can just, like, remote hack the fucking thing. Look, Rufus, now all of our money problems have been solved. You hacked it. I say, I've never considered the option. I'm sure Naughty will be quite pleased. Okay, stop. The security's giving us the stink eye. Just leave everything here and let's scram. I mean, the thing is, if they wanted to play it, she should have at least, like, pulled the lever. I shall acquire all of the tasty delicacies in this bazaar. I am feeling rather parched after eating those kebabs. It's time for another energy drink. How about we try some of that cold tea from the food truck over there instead? A most fabulous idea. Hurry and buy some for me. My gosh, that girl is so cute. Do you think she's from some rich family? That guy who's with her in the sunglasses is such a hottie. Excuse me, sir, but who are they? Would they be interested in debuting as actors? Sorry, but they're not interested. We're sticking out like sore thumbs. That would solve their money problems if they became actors. It would just cause a whole bunch of other issues. She's finally calmed down. Her body is likely in the final stages of processing the arginine. Rosenberg technology truly is astounding. Don't think I've forgotten how you left all the annoying stuff to me. I'm grateful, Kevin. As I am but an attendant at the end of the day, it can be difficult for me to act against the will of my mistress. I'm starting to feel bad for Swin and Nadia.
Rufus, thanks for everything. Nadia and Swin, too.
She really loves you guys, huh? Can't say I understand how your relationship works. Got a once heinous criminal of the Empire, 2 ex-Garten assassins, and the product of an aberrant singularity. Each one of you is practically a heretic, and yet you've gotten together like it's no big deal. Indeed, 2.5 years ago, I could not have foreseen the path I'd walk. I lost my position, my home, and even my nation. Even so, I am quite fond of what I have now. This life I've made for myself after the crossbow incident, or should I say, this life I've stumbled into. I suspect she feels the same way. And now, she is once again trying to change, to grow, to discover what her heart truly wants. Hey, Rufus, are you sure you really want to let her dirty her hands with all this? One of her friends is closely connected to our target. There's no telling how this could corrupt Lapis. Lead her away from the girl she's trying to become. You're one to talk, aren't you? A job is a job. We do not intend to neglect our obligations.
I will do what must be done with no hesitation. I am Rufus Alberea, after all, and as she is not human, she will have no problem completing this job either. My opinion on that front remains unchanged. However, I am but her attendant, and as such, my duty is to follow her orders. You would do well to keep that in mind.
So, you're saying you might back out if Lapis changes her mind? Sharp pain in the neck. True, but I'm afraid you have me beat in that regard. You keep going out of your way to worry about us dirtying our hands, all while you struggle to choke down the thought of doing so yourself. Well, whatever. It's fine. You've only ever been tools for me from the get-go. So I'll use you however I need to in order to complete my mission.
Do as you see fit.
Rufus? Kevin?
What's going on?
Huh? What was I doing? Good morning. I'm hungry.
Finally back in the land of the living, huh? Not that Altera wasn't entertaining.
Then you may be glad to hear. I backed up her personality data from earlier to a holo, just for caution's sake. Now we will be able to use it going forward.
Yo.
Just when did you have the time to do something like that? You're too damn sly.
Okay. Lapis, having blown off some steam by going on something of a rampage, simply shrugged, and then the trio met up with their friends to resume work. Altera obtained. Huh. Okay. Parameters up. Oh my god, Kevin Graham connection level up. Parameters. After Mare and Lapis. Third best holocore after Mare and Lapis. It's pretty good holocore. Okay, well, let's check it out.
You may leave this to me.
Holocore. So it's the Cecilia, which is really good. Because the cast time one, which I like. Altera. Strength ATS and defense ADF and speed up by 36. Regen 8% HP EP and gain 5 CP after acting. S-Craft power plus 70. And it's already at level 4. That's pretty good. An alternate persona of Labs by energy drinks, broadly enhances both general abilities and one's trump card. Ultimate Wind. Cast time and post delay times 0.2. Fuck! That is now the fastest one. That is better than Rosette's friend. The one with the southern accent. Maribel. My lord. That is crazy good. Okay. You have stun extension to stunned enemies, damage to stunned enemies, physical damage, crit rate up. Crit rate isn't terrible for you. EP cost times 1.5, art power plus 80, regen EP after acting EP cost. Okay. And crit rate 50%, fizz damage up 16, speed 48. So yours is just generally critical and all that. So I'll actually swap you to Altera. Because
Karma
his...
Altera. The honor I'm sure.
I like how it's probably the case with Mare as well, but there's actually like a model in there as a person. But okay. Because you got those fire, wind, you have burning verse. You only have one EP cut. I might one EP. You have burning verse, hellfire verse. So fire post delay will be fine. Cast 1, cast 2. That's good. Yes, the EP cut. That's really gonna be a thing that I need to get for her. Workshop, modify orbment, synthesize quartz. Oh, it's only 450? That is wild. It's also, of course, the lowest one that I have. Serendipity. Oh, I can buy them, just not from where I was before, I guess. Okay, then let's get a cast 3. A strike 3. Honestly, getting a strike 3 for Van wouldn't be terrible because it would make it so I don't need strike 1 and 2 on him, right? Because that is the benefit of just having it be double each time, where the third is better than both of the prior two combined. Mind 3. You know, we can buy a couple of those. Let's buy an Impede 3 as well. Don't need another Recluse, I don't think. Or another of those. We do have a good amount of fire. So let's buy another attack. Let's buy an attack 3. Could buy a burn. Oh, that's a break 3. Yeah, let's buy that. Got a good amount of water. HP isn't a big deal. Shield isn't a big deal. I get freeze 2 because that would be good for any physical attackers who need something. Probably should do the same with that, but let's do EP 3.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Orbment Custom, Nadia, and we're going to open... Oh, fuck it. We're just going to open her slots fully. So she's done. Now it's just Swin who needs any opened. We have like no space Sepith, but that's fine. That is fine. So instead of EP1, let's put EP3. We wanted an EP cut 2. And we also wanted a mind 3 would be good. But instead of, I'll put mind 3 instead of mind 1. And then if I remember right, I wanted a cast 3 on her. That way she goes fast because she's, I think, a bit more magic compared to Kevin. Trying to use her more as that. I want you to be hitting with break like no one's business. You have SCLM boost, strike 1. I'll give you a strike 2. Action. Okay. You definitely... I mean, you cast, but you're not that much of a caster, I'd say. So I think removing EP cut for what was I going to replace it with? I was going to replace it with break 3. Yeah, replacing that with break 3 will combo really well with his high break S-Craft. And then Septium Vein, yeah, because we need basically all this. Yeah, because we want... Oh, wait, no. I want him to get Power Charger. That's it. Because he doesn't have it currently. So he needs fire, not earth. Okay. So what I can do, because he needs the wind, because he has... Yeah, he needs the wind. Or actually, no, he doesn't need nearly as much wind as he has. He just has it because it's easy. Okay. So if I don't need... Alright, so let's remove break and put break 3 down here. That alone gets him a fuck ton, honestly. Gets him power 1 and only needs 4 more fire. Okay. And then... which can just be break 2. Break 2, there we go. So now he has power charge 2, which is great, which is what we want. And he had defense, but that's not really a big deal with him. I have an attack 3, but I would rather kind of save that and put it on other people. I'll give him strike 1 back, because him having crit isn't terrible.
You may leave this.
And then what? Maybe a hit 2 just to help his accuracy, because I don't want him missing.
Skill set altered.
Yeah, that should work. Yeah, so he's sitting pretty with a lot of that stuff going on. Okay, Kevin. What am I doing with you, Kevin? Let's...
Looking to adjust your order.
I'll work my magic. I'll work my magic.
Oh yeah, Swin, you also need something. Let's... Ooh, honestly, I mean... Green Van Ricia. I mean, for now, I guess I'll put Impede 3 on him. I think that's fine.
You may leave this to me.
Okay, and then... Did I do anything there? No, I didn't. Okay. I'll give you... Where best would mind service. Would this give you stuff? Yeah, it would. Okay, so give you some mind. Break. What things am I having you cast?
You may leave this to me.
What are... Yeah, time and wind are your things. Maybe with Earthguard, but let's change that. Obsidiary, Pluto's Nova. So you already have Pluto's Nova. So let's do time and any other time ones. That was time in mind. Yeah, just as a coverage, I'll do that, and then we will come over here, and can I just cast 1? Can I get cast 2? Rufus, Nadia, Judith. It's fine. Okay. And then we'll do Stellarverse. Spirit Bond. Okay. Good. Would like to get Arc Feather, but I'm not gonna waste more time doing all that other stuff. Okay. Achievements. Nice Zypha unlocked. Hell yeah. Get that. All those. Buy items. Silver Cross Choker. Cool.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Welcome.
Plugins. Any new plugins? That's surprising. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Surprised there aren't new plugins.
How can I help you?
Okay. Leather Bangles, Strega Falco, Handkerchief, Windless. Okay, let's do that. Because 1, we got plenty of money. Doesn't really matter. And 2, we want to make sure that we are doing as much damage as we possibly can. Okay. So these increase strength as well as defense. Or actually, they don't increase defense all that much. They increase res by a pretty significant amount across the board. So we'll buy these for all of them. Silver robe raises ATS by a little bit. Evade goes down, but that's fine. And ceramic cleats, just straight increase for Swin. Strength goes down a little, not really a good trade-off for any of the other ones. So give it to him. And we should hopefully be good. That's upgrades with U Material Plus, which I don't really want to waste on that kind of thing. Once again, the tablets wouldn't be terrible. Wait, is this sell? That was sell. I was about to sell some of my good stuff. Accidentally. Okay. Here's some souvenirs. Malfida, it's a CP one. Daily Tharbad. Okay. Desert Goggle, Blue Green Metal. Okay. Boink. We got the movies.
Welcome.
Purchase ticket. Okay. So viewed and purchased. Not viewed, but purchased because Golden Blood is R15. Gloria, not viewed, not purchased. Okay. And Wolves Requiem. Okay. Let's do Gloria. Down the Revolution. 5 tickets. Yeah. Might as well. Finally made their way into the theater, having decided to watch a movie. Because we want to purchase the pamphlets before anything else. There's so many people in this game. I have to imagine there's going to be multiple ways to get the final upgrade material. Or the final upgrade material won't just purely be from the pamphlets. There's also going to be stuff you can do in the garden together. Sheena Dirk was the leader of the Calvardian Revolution and the cornerstone of the newly founded Calvard Republic. Despite her youth, Dirk commanded the attention of the nation. Her unyielding patriotism resonated with the citizens of every class and background. She quickly rose to fame alongside her comrades Atkinson, a former general of the Royal Army, Auguste, a philosopher, and Aramis, an artist. Together, these 4 heroes weave their way through the tumult of their time, all the while carving a path for a better tomorrow. Their efforts culminated in the Battle of Edith, igniting the flames of the Calvardian Revolution. May 1100 of the Septian calendar, 5 minutes before the start of the Battle of Edith.
My body won't stop shaking. I thought I made my peace with death long ago, but I guess I haven't. And even now, I'm racked with doubt. Can we really change the history of an entire country?
Of course we can, Sheena. The victors are free to write the history books however they please. Once we toss out the tomes of the ancient regime, we'll write a new history. One that is centered on the people of this country.
You're right as always. Victory is our only path forward.
The Revolutionary Army is now at your beck and call. They're awaiting your orders, Commander
Dirk.
It's time for the dawn of a new era for our homeland. Let us seize the future with our own hands!
La Révolution! Cue the Revolution song from fucking South Park movie. Okay. Admittedly, I'd been rather curious about this movie for some time. I'm glad I had the opportunity to watch it. Really? That's kind of surprising. Seeing as I was once a noble, and hardly should be. I was intrigued by the notion of witnessing the displacement of nobilities in other countries from an objective standpoint. To that end, I have many thoughts on the matter, but voicing them here would be inappropriate. That's why you wanted to see it? Seriously? In any case, it's interesting that the subject matter can be interpreted differently depending on where you grew up and what your social standing is. Speaking personally, I thought it was a helpful tool for learning about this country's background. But to be honest, I had some qualms with Auguste. Seriously, he was a huge wet blanket in every scene he was in. So what did you think of the movie, LP? If I were to put it into words, I feel like it helped me realize again that human history is the culmination of willpower. I used to think of history as a series of chronological data points, but this film makes it feel so alive. The characters felt like real, breathing people, and I could sense their willpower through their performances. Gotcha. So it feels authentic even to a product of a singularity. Well, even my view of history changed a bit as I got older, so I get how you feel. Yeah, even if it is a dramatization, I think there's merit in seeing real historical events presented in such a lifelike way. Nina's acting made it feel even more realistic. It was an impressive feature, and that much is for certain. Oh, hey, they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Purchase the brochure. Having finished their work, Kevin and Agnes resumed their work. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Second movie.
Welcome.
Wolves Requiem.
5 tickets of Wolves Requiem. 5 of them made their way into the movie theater.
It's a requiem for wolves.
Ron, a young officer of the law, is hot on the heels of a gang he once had ties to. While pursuing the case, he meets a girl named Michelle. She is freed from the clutches of the gang, but they saddle her with an insurmountable debt, with little hope of paying it off. Ron takes it upon himself to look after the girl, who begins to develop feelings for the young officer. Before she can act on it, however, the gang finds her and snatches her away once again. Fueled by the fires of rage, Ron rushes into the hideout and engages the gangsters in a gunfight. He emerges victorious by the skin of his teeth. He rescues Michelle from her captivity, and the two embrace each other at last, overjoyed to have made it out alive. And it was at that moment when one of the fallen gangsters lifted his quivering hand and pulled the trigger.
Michelle, hold on!
Ron. Are you all right? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine, see? Not a single scratch on me.
Thank goodness. I fulfilled my promise then. You remember it, right? You're always protecting everyone. So one day, I'll be the one who protects you.
Of course I remember. Save your strength, Michelle. Help will arrive at any moment. Hey,
Wee-woo.
over here! I need a medic now!
Ron, your arms are so warm.
He's really not helping her. He's put pressure on that.
Hold me like this. My fear just melts away.
Really needs to be kind of putting pressure on that, like so the blood don't come out. Really not helping. He's really endangering her life. What a fool. What a fool! So that was Leslie Lamb's Leon d'Or winning film. Or Leslie Lamb's. A remarkably profound yet nuanced human drama, replete with tense action sequences. This film is the epitome of perfection in every sense. Won't disagree there. It just kept firing on all cylinders with those emotional beats. I was on the edge of my seat the whole way through. At the same time, they had the romance aspect to round out all the action. Yep, the show was great, and she was played by the Nina Fenley. And all the actors were pretty good, but she was far and away the best of the bunch. She totally earned that Best Actress Leon d'Or win. Definitely. The performance added so much realism and depth to the movie. I guess so. Huh? Everything okay, Kevin? Yeah, just thinking about what's underneath Nina's performance. They're doing that method acting style so she shows she completely understands what's required of the role. That's probably why she's so good at bringing the goods on the screen. She stepped right into the world without a hint of hesitation. You're right. Now that you mention it, it didn't feel like she was wavering at all while being Michelle. She's so natural, in fact, that it's like she really has led the life of the person she's playing. Interesting. Maybe that's why her performance feels so realistic. I did notice you were looking pretty intently at her during the movie. I take you're a Nina fan? Not in particular. I'm just curious about her acting style is all. The perspective by which you view and analyze things never fails to fascinate me. In any event, what's true of all of us is that we were impressed by our performance and were, by consequence, further immersed in the story. Oh yeah, the Song Commander brochure. Meanwhile, Kevin's going like, God damn it, that's the Saintus. Yeah, finish the break. They resume their work. Okay. Yaha. And then there's this over here. Hello there, Bulletin Board. For SPG. Casino counterfeit. Seems counterfeit tokens have been circulating among casino players. To ask me where they came from, I haven't the foggiest. For the sake of our customers who simply want to enjoy playing our games, we would like this matter to be resolved promptly and discreetly. Should you be able to accept our case, please come to the Moulin Casino counter. Manager David. Hello, David.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, stop on by. What
Yo,
can
what's up?
I get for you?
Soul Chef. I keep trying to say sous chef. Chocolate. Chocolate. Super sweet mango gelato.
Thanks a bunch.
Chocolate. I remember when they first invented chocolate. Hated it. You're using honey carrots and chocolate?
Kitchen duty.
Damn,
Very
dude.
well. I believe this should be sufficient.
It's a stately drink. Okay. The Noble Alexander. Minfa. Excuse me, miss. Have you seen my husband around here? Oh no, did something happen? Let's just say he loves to gamble. Thought maybe he went to Tharbad's Casino. Ah, so that's why he asked me to keep quiet when we went down that side street. Good grief. If he's even gambling on trips, I'll never forgive him. If he loses our mirror. Sure beats one of those nightclubs, but I still won't forgive him for going to a casino without permission. So maybe he'll spoil me if he does win some money. Maybe he'll spoil me. Okay. Hello there. You came. Sorry to call you guys all the way here. It was no big deal. Just wondering why you asked to meet us at a train station of all places. Leaving Tharbad, are you? That's right. Finished up what I was doing here for a client of mine, so now I'm off. Specifically somewhere around the capital. Anyway, sorry to do this on our way out, but we've got info on that request you made yesterday. And the thing you asked about at the club. So you two ran to each other, huh? Bet that must have been a hoot. Why were you talking business in a strip club? Because dirty old men will be dirty old men. I'm not old. Oh, come on, you're not even that much younger than I am. We could be siblings. Why does being referred to as old bother you so much? Perhaps because our friend here is on the cusp of what they call a midlife crisis. Look who's talking, Mr. 32. Mr. 32. Whoa, can't believe you guys actually found anything. Rumors, gossip, whispers on the wind. That's what you were asking around about, right? Along with some stuff about Vegas Films and their little festival last year, yeah. There was one story that stuck out to me in particular, though, and it just so happens to be about a certain irrigation project. Does this story involve so-called hocus pocus? In a way, yeah. See, according to our sources, Professor Hamilton came to Tharbad with a bunch of laborers 20 years ago to take a look at the oasis. Apparently, they were able to determine pretty quickly what was causing it to dry up. So they managed to pinpoint the source of the problem to somewhere out in the desert. And before anyone knew it, there was water on the oasis again. It was like there was never a problem in the first place. Everyone we talked to was at the site 20 years ago, and they all said the same exact thing. It was like magic. Magic, huh? So we were right to ask about Hocus Pocus. But aren't there people in the Empire who can use magic? Indeed there are. Witches, they're called. I'm unsure if the professor shares their blood, however. Doubt it. Though I'm not surprised witnessing a miracle like that, people wondering. Especially not when nobody seems to know how she pulled it off. Apparently, the professor comes back to check on the Oasis' staff pretty regularly. But we weren't able to find anyone who could say they've seen maintenance workers or other laborers heading into the desert recently. Honestly, I felt like the more we looked into her and what she was doing, the more interesting things got. Thanks, guys. Can't believe how much you were able to find in a single night. This stuff should give us a better perspective on what exactly Outrider was dealing with in Tharbad last year, too. Well, you weren't the only one who looked out here. Also found a few extra tidbits of info for ourselves. We'll make a nice souvenir for a friend of ours. Anyway, I think that data will give you enough to work off for now. So you can find your target, I mean. Figured you two would put the pieces together. Doesn't sound like you're too sure on the details just yet, though. Guessing you stopped before you could get the full picture? Both for your sake and ours. After all, you would have dragged us right into this mess of yours if we hadn't. Or am I wrong?
Who do you have?
Well, what can I say? Always nice to have a good source of information on your side. Plus, it's not like I wouldn't have upped your pay. You know, for crawling through the mud with us.
It wouldn't have been enough. Not by a long shot. Look, Kevin, we know you. You'll be all gung-ho about getting the job done one second, then filled with regret the next.
And frankly, even if we were to help, watching your sad mug mope around for a few weeks doesn't sound like my idea of a good time. Which is why, this go around, we're giving you the info you paid just for and leaving it at that. Sure.
Anyway, looks like it's about time we get going. See you around, Kevin.
Try not to be too reckless, alright? If not for your own good, for the girls.
Got it.
You guys be careful, too. We know you, Kevin. You don't like killing people.
They gave us a lot of good intel. No kidding. Guess they call them pros for a reason. By the way, Jack said he had something to take care of somewhere around the capital, right? Wonder what he was talking about.
Wasn't that place to ask. About that or the friend they're giving their little souvenir to. Man, having connections can be a real pain in the ass sometimes, huh?
They seem kind of worried about you, Kevin.
Seems the threads of fate really do entwine us all. At any rate, the information we received will be useful indeed. We should be able to use it to continue our investigation. Good grief. Alright, I think we should be good now. Especially with all the intel we got. I think it's about time we head for Al Jamira.
The Al Jamira.
Where Marielle and the princess are staying, right?
Yep, they said they'd be heading back there once they finish with at the hammam.
Sorry.
To have a meeting with someone, I think. And since they so kindly invite us to stop by whensoever we please, I doubt they'll mind a quick hello.
Considering the group within almost certainly possesses the information we seek, we should be sure to have all our cards in hand before making our approach. No? Yeah, probably, right? After all, I've heard the princess has got a pretty keen eye, seeing as Elsa owes Professor Hamilton so much. Well, personally, I just want to see if we can get the princess to spill the beans, without her catching on to us.
Here's hoping. Alright, let's head over once we finish with our other business.
Okay. So, let's go to Tharbad. Let's go to Sensei. Sensei midpoint.
Let's head out.
Okay. Actually, I guess Sensei entrances.
Off we go.
The wheel is yours, Rufus.
There we go. Oh, sorry, 9:30. I'll probably just do a little bit of this, see how far it takes me down the desert, and then might call it there. The twins who support one another. Could be them, right?
Oh, I get it. Two similar looking rocks leaning against each other. They're twins who support one another. So that means there's something hidden at the base of these rocks, right? Let's get digging, yes?
Yeah. After digging at the base of the rock formation, the group managed to uncover a small bottle containing scrap of paper.
Looks like another clue.
I assume if we continue following his little brain teasers, we'll eventually come upon the location of the treasure, yes? Quite the well-designed experience.
Well, what's it say?
Get into it, kid. Let's see. It says the third clue is hidden in a place of rest only accessible on the longest of days. The longest days is probably referring to summertime. But what place of rest is only open during the summer? What place of rest is only open during the summer? Huh.
Maybe you should think about what the summertime usually means for Tharbad?
The pool?
I mean, it's the season where it gets hotter than usual, of course, but apart from that,
it's the rainy season, isn't it?
Come to think of it, there was that big storm yesterday, so I guess maybe it is the rainy season.
That may be so, but a downpour like yesterday's was far from a usual occurrence. But at any rate, it's a place of rest that only appears in the Sand Sea during the rainy season. Are we starting to get the picture? Think so, yeah. It's over by there, where there was a little puddle.
Off we go.
Always wanted a chauffeur.
Did I never... There we go.
this way.
And it's one hell of a fierce sandstorm.
Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Gotta go fast. Okay. Hello, watering hole. A watering hole or an oasis. Either of the two would qualify as a place of rest in a desert, after all. Don't think there's usually a watering hole here. At least not that I've heard. This thing's shown up during the rainy season for the past 100 years, huh? Awfully reliable little thing. We don't have any more specific hints on where to start looking for the clue, do we? Because digging around the entire watering hole would be a huge pain in the butt. Might be cheating, but I think I'm going to rely on some tech for this one. Oh, looks like the only place a man-made object could be buried is over there. Righty, let's get digging. You're really getting into this, huh, Ass? Yeah, it feels like I'm starting to rub off on you. That's so adorable. After digging a section of sand near the oasis, the group uncovered a pot containing a scrap of paper. Let's see. Looks like the font cloak. My treasure lies in the center of a ring woven by guiding sunlight. Guiding sunlight? What the heck's that supposed to mean? In the past, people used the position of the sun and stars to determine direction and tell time. Perhaps that's what it could be referring to. Maybe it wants us to find something that can be used to measure the time of day, like a sundial. Oh, like those things we saw earlier? You know, those big rock pillars that stick straight up out of the sand? They're pretty common in the Sand Sea. Yeah, they're all over the place. But they were shaped like that by the wind. Definitely wouldn't be surprised to hear about merchant caravans using them as sundials or landmarks or something. And perhaps our next task should be to seek out a group of these pillars that stand in a circle. Alright, gang, we're heading to the finish line. The treasure's so close I could practically taste it. Wait for us, my sweet. We're on our way.
Off we go.
The wheel is yours, Rufus.
Okay, just to check. It's probably 6 1/2 dozen the other for how fast it would be to teleport and go versus just going from here. Poink. Fuck that cactus. Okay. Now, ring woven by guiding light. Think we found it, folks. Ho ho, and I bet the treasure's right smack dab in the middle, too. Alright, I'm gonna go check it out first. It's a box. Huh, didn't actually think we found anything. It seems we were right to take this gamble. I wonder what's inside. Come on, let's open it, Nadia. Sure, of course. At least that's what I'd like to say, but we know you're there, you creeps. So why don't you come on out already? All that sneaking around you thought you were doing wasn't as subtle as you thought it was, just FYI. Jig's up, might as well show your faces, yeah? Guess we don't got much choice. Are these guys Bugbear, a group consisting of so-called Jaeger dropouts? I suppose I had heard they'd ended up in the Republic recently. So what exactly do you buggy boos or whatever want with us? That's Bugbear to you, kid. Sheesh, first the fixers, now you guys. I know you're getting it wrong on purpose. Anyway, we don't want to get hurt. You'll give us that there treasure, you hear? No hard feelings, we just need the money. Awfully bold of them. Got a feeling they don't quite know who they're dealing with. Bugbear, maybe you guys have fallen into a whole lot of debt recently. So you came all the way to Thought to try and turn your luck around, is that it? Gotta say, I admire you for going to all that effort. Well, that doesn't give you the right to steal our treasure. I mean, have you no dignity? Insult us all you want, but whoever gets that treasure in the end is the winner. No matter the means. If you don't agree to our demands, we won't show you no mercy. I don't care what you say. We found this treasure, which means it's ours, and we're not handing it over. If you try to take it by force, you better believe we're gonna fight fire with fire. Besides, this treasure is ours, the thief who stood up for others when nobody else would. There's no way we'd hand it over to the likes of you. So, to quote Arkride, afraid we can't agree to that request of yours. Just ain't up to our standards. Let's give these small fry the punishment they deserve. Okay. Booking. So later, do ultimate wind. You know what? F it. Let's just do noble axe. And then let's do cross cipher. Because this should mark all of them. I think. While also putting up a ton of chain effect and damage bonus. Yeah, 2-time. There we go. And then I can do Spears of and Loa. Yeah, Spears of and Loa.
Doing good. Seals of mine, conflicting from the abyss. Fly, holy spears of space. Pierce on holy spears of time. By your opposing natures. Bring ruin to all!
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, so the assists are the additional damages. So boosted damage. Yeah. Okay. Boosted A damage would probably be fucking crazy for that.
I'm a long ways behind.
Team Nana 1, Bugbear 0. You said whoever gets the treasure in the end is the winner, right? Your loss simply proves once and for all that you just don't have what it takes to obtain such riches. I can't believe we lost. But it's not too late. We prepared something special for the occasion.
Vehicles.
Good thing I can call them for backup. Now we really got an advantage. Time to pay you back for making fools of us.
You got a lot of guts, I'll give them that. They're more stubborn than I thought they'd be. Wish they'd use it for good or something.
That's an awful lot of buggeroos. I mean, we can definitely beat them, but it's just, do we really have to?
Not to worry. Seems our reinforcements have arrived as well. Huh? Okay. Didn't realize we had reinforcements.
Huh? What's the meaning of this? A sniper?
Don't actually think they'd have backup out here. At this rate, we won't even have an advantage in numbers.
Retreat! This just ain't worth it anymore.
Well, I see they're discerning enough to know when to make a strategic withdrawal, at least.
They're running away so fast, too. We don't gotta chase them, do we? I'm tired.
Not exactly the first person I thought would come to our aid. I think it's about time you told us your secret. Don't you, Fata?
Yeah, what's going on? I'm a camel sniper. I snipe from Camelback. I'm a mounted knight.
I say, who have ever guessed you are Aaron's great-grandson?
The knowledge of the treasure's existence has been passed down in my family for generations. As a matter of fact, after I found the map, I even had a rough idea of where it was located. However, I never had any great desire for wealth, so I simply chose to let it be. But
that's when those bugbear people showed up.
Indeed, as soon as they caught the scent of treasure, those scoundrels were on the hunt. But I felt strongly about entrusting it to people who were actually worthy of Aaron's legacy, and nobody else. Ultimately, that's why I threw together the idea of putting the so-called fixers I'd heard about to the test.
We just happened to be taking 4 SPGs in their place, which means we weren't the ones you intended to entrust the treasure to. Sorry.
Oh no, it's nothing to worry over. After all, you've more than proved yourselves worthy of the treasure already. And knowing what I do of the fixers, you all seem to be acting with the exact same integrity.
Woohoo! Sounds like we've got the seal of approval then. That means we can crack this thing open now, alright? Can't wait to see what's inside.
The treasure of a chivalrous thief who straddled the boundary between West and Central and East. I imagine will be quite intriguing.
Huh? This is...
treasure, I think, but is this really all there is? A book, an old map, and a piece of jewelry.
Oh, I mean, the jewelry does look expensive, so I guess I can't complain, but how come the chest wasn't packed with riches beyond our wildest imaginations? It might not look like what we were expecting, but that map's a treasure too, Nadia. Look, the topography of the sand sea is drawn in such exquisite detail that's comparable to a map created with the latest surveying technology. It's an amazing creation for its time, don't you think?
Indeed. It's likely one of the maps that Ahrens created while exploring the outskirts of Tharbad. You see, Ahrens was famous not only for fighting against tyranny, but also for studying this region's geography to ensure caravanners' safety. At the time, a map consisting of the culmination of all his work likely would have fetched a price equal to that of even gold bullions.
There seem to be a few locations not present on modern maps. That must have some value as a historical document, though. A historical document, you say? This is merely an estimate, but in the realm of academia, I imagine it could fetch anywhere between 50,000 and 150,000 mira.
Oh, that's a lot of moolah. What about the book?
Seems a bit different from the map, to be honest. Huh. You know, I think this might actually be Aaron's personal journal.
Oh, that's gotta have historical value too, right?
If you're not keeping anything else, you should at least keep this. Oh, are you sure? You'd likely make a fortune off it. Maybe, but even if that were true, there must have been a reason Aaron's buried his journal alongside the treasure. Whatever the reason is, as his descendant, I think you have the right to know more than anyone. That said, you should keep the map too. This isn't about simple monetary value. It's about Aaron's legacy and the culmination of all his hard work. Indeed, and the person who strove to follow Aaron's final wishes should be the one to decide what to do with it. Frankly, us deciding without his consent whether it's all to be liquidated or donated doesn't quite sit right with me.
Yeah, I guess. Sucks, but it's the right thing to do. I couldn't agree more. Here, we'll return the map.
Boom, boom, boom. The memories of my ancestor left behind. I never imagined I'd get to know them someday. How can I ever thank you all? Don't worry about it. You made this request because you wanted to entrust the treasure to someone worthy, right? And we're just trying to help you fulfill that request, even though we're just Arkwright Solutions stand-ins.
I think maybe we could take that piece of jewelry, though. Doesn't seem like it had any special connection to Arens, after all.
Actually, that was probably an informal gift given to Arens by the Grand Prince of Elsaib. That's what it says on this piece of paper. It also mentions how it was bestowed by the royal family to the liberator of Tharbad. The star and moon emblem. Not only has the ornament been embedded with a high-purity esmolus, but it seems to be of ancient origins as well. Esmolus? If all that's true, then wouldn't it have been important to Arens? Arens acknowledged that, for all his attempts at chivalry, he was still just a thief and a turncoat. He never felt he deserved a reward from the royal family. He didn't do the things he did for wealth. He did them for the people of Tharbad. Thus he vowed to never wear objects of value himself. He would rather they be entrusted to someone more worthy, if such a person appeared. At least, Arens wrote as much on this piece of paper. And that's all the more reason it should be kept in the family. Shouldn't you keep it? No. In fact, I think this treasure is one that should be entrusted to all of you. In doing so, I'm simply respecting Arens' wishes. As the descendant of a thief, I have simply no right to keep it. You, those who protected the treasure from the scoundrels of the underworld, are more than worthy to claim it as your own. Say, I will simply have to respect your decision then. I graciously accept this gift, Father. Though, honestly, I don't know if I deserve to have it either.
I think you do. After all, you were the one who suggested we respect Arens' wishes in the first place. If you don't want it, I could always take it.
Show some self-restraint, please. Once more, I'm truly glad I entrusted this task to you all. I hope we'll have the chance to meet again someday. Sure, and you take care of yourself. May Adios protect you. Fate certainly is a mysterious creature. You never quite know what it will bring you next. Who would have thought we'd be able to fulfill a century-old thief's wishes?
You know, honestly, it was kind of a letdown that the treasure was just those 3 things, though. But at least this emblem thing is cute.
Well, the treasure's in its rightful place now, so I guess that's that, huh? Now, with that case done and dusted, why don't we try switching gears again? Gotta switch gears.
Quest completed.
Going to high gear. And that was Law and Gray, which... Oh, come on. Star and Moon Emblem. So let's check what that is. Yeah, also, I should probably give him some better stuff. Moon Emblem, Evasion and Evade plus 10. Strength and Evade. It'll be a little bit more. Only 4 more. Get him up to 59. Wouldn't be terrible, but... see, you're an interesting one. Rainbow Bracelet, Strength, ATS Speed. Yeah, we'll do that one. Honestly, I just want to kind of... Actually, I'll put Grail Locket on him from debuff immunity. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. There we go. And we're going to go to the title screen Or actually, we're going to save first, because I haven't saved in a while. And then we're going to go to title screen. Diddle boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at this title screen. I like it. Okay. So, with that, I am going to call it a night because I've been going for almost 4 hours. So, I'm feeling just a little bit tired, just a wee bit. With that, thank you very much, everyone. I'll find someone to raid. You know, they're looking good. But yeah, I hope everyone has a nice night. I will be back tomorrow with some more Trails Beyond the Horizon. So, yeah. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you all have a nice night. Bye.